ongoing. Your task: find the source of the harmony meters, the devices used by the Joyous Choir to read if an individual was true. This offshoot of the Imperial Creed that believes the God Emperor just wants everyone to be happy has taken root in the upper tiers of Hive Sibilis. It was brought to the attention of Inquisitor Varak by Lord Laurent Strophs, an old friend and retired Navy captain of the Inquisitor. Lord Strophs has been searching for his niece, Sire, who he learned had been involved with this new cult, and discovered that this Joyous Choir detect what they call trueness, using something called a harmony meter, a somewhat modified auspex that it's claimed can detect happiness. Upon investigation, these meters were found to contain crystalline circuitry.
It can detect what? Sorry, Dave, what was that?
It detects happiness.
Sorry, I'll mute myself.
Upon investigation, these meters were found to contain crystalline circuitry that is most definitely not Imperial in design, and you have seen such tech before, in the Black Cylinder, back when all this began, in the modified Vox of Seth the Voice, and in the corrupted tarot cards of Aristocrus. You have been staying with Lord Strophs under the guise of newlyweds Lord and Lady Rains and their entourage for almost a week. Early in the investigation, you encountered the drug Farcosia, the green jelly, and after Dick and Dericles both became addicted to it, Mira analysed the sample acquired by Julia Strophs through her squeeze Cyprit Danine. The drug contained human DNA and a number of other biological and chemical substances, but without a proper lab to conduct a more thorough testing, it was impossible to tell precisely what was in the drug. Illegal, immoral, without question. But heretical? There also seems to be no evidence to connect the choir to this drug, and you will need hard evidence, as it seems these are wealthy and powerful people that are involved. In one way or another, the Joyous Choir must be involved. Surely. You attended a party at Lady Barella's, where you met a number of new friends, or at least acquaintances. And you travelled down Hive, where you met with Volin Audet, the bounty hunter who Lord Strophs had hired to find his missing niece. He had evidence connecting a lot of important people to something, but he wasn't sure what. He offered to trade you a data slate with some evidence, but he was scared. He wanted to flee and have nothing more to do with this. Audet was killed during this trade by a cybernetically enhanced man that Vlad recognized from his time spent looking into the mind of the psyker known as the Mourner. Theodosia, the man behind Seth the Voice, the man who had employed Silas Malor, the man credited with bringing down Midan's shuttle back at the beginning of all this. Theodosia was, indirectly, responsible for the death of Abbot Skay and Aristocrus back on Iacanthos, and for the awakening of Tissiac. And you defeated him, but realized soon after that this was not a man at all, some sort of construct, an automaton of grafted flesh and steel, a false man. This thing had attempted to transmit a message after its demise, but Dericles had taken its head and ended the transmission. Ishmael had peered into the mind of this creature, into its memories, and saw that they began a mere couple of hours earlier aboard a shuttle crammed with the armed and armoured forms of men and women that you defeated in that marketplace. And you found that shuttle nearby, tried to trace its origin, but this proved tricky. Somewhere out in the wastes, to the south, but the flight recorder had been mostly wiped. But Mira had a flash of insight. She has studied this world, and she knows quite a lot about Scintilla and the other major cities here. Hive Sibilis, Hive Tarsus, the sprawling Factorum complex that is Gunmetal City, and the shattered remains of Hive Tenebra. But she knows there are no major settlements south of Sibilis. So either this shuttle came from an unknown settlement, or some obscure location not marked on any map, unless, of course, Mira suggested, it had come from Ambulon, the walking city. Back in Stroph's Manor, Lord Laurent Strophs offered to help with decrypting the data slate. He knew of a man down Hive who could help. Leaving Vlad behind, you headed there and had the slate decrypted, battled some strange mutants. Ahoy, fellow traveller! Vlad sent Reg to scour the wastes for Ambulon, and he found it, but on the way was attacked by some huge predator. The bird escaped to the safety of a rock cave, where we learned that Reg was a she. The data slate Audet found contained 2 files. One was a list of names, each marked as viable, not viable, or processed, and Sire Stroph's, the Lord's niece, was on that list. And there was a second file too, listing names of prominent members of the ecclesiarchy, the administratum, and the magistratum, the police force of Hive Sibyllus, and besides each name was a long alphanumeric code. Over the next couple of days, you prepared for infiltration into the heart of the Joyous Choir, the palace known as the Alabaster Court, and invitations were acquired through various means. Vlad flirted with Lady Anastas Redstream, a latent psyker. Mira acquired an invitation through Lord William Balderdown and then lost it again after offending him by suggesting Ishmael take her place. Dick got lucky with Lord Sorka Outhwaite after telling the gunmetal exile that he was searching for a missing friend, and Ramsay befriended the feisty Lady Wendy Cleves, a former midhiver turned guardsman, a veteran of Tranche who had earned her title after saving Lord Cleves' life and being married to his son. Dericles seduced the young midhiver Maylene Trun, a humble dressmaker, and Mira managed to acquire another invitation after donating 1,000 thrones to Councillor Court Brogue's humble midhive temple. You entered the Alabaster Court, witnessing again the event known as the Spurring, where a lower-class citizen is publicly mocked and tormented for the amusement of their betters, although unlike the first time you saw this, the target of this cruel practice was not sent away with a pocketful of thrones, but was murdered in cold blood by a man named El Sergei Kryn, apparently a friend of the famous actor Quintius Tarquinius Thespis III. He's been missing for a few weeks now. You managed to investigate various parts of the court, discovering many of the diversions and distractions there seem to be designed or modified to stimulate certain parts of the brain. Vlad was captured in a shielded cell. Rejoice, brother, for you are true. Violence erupted on the upper floors when you realized that Vlad was missing, and you killed a trio of councillors in a sudden display of violence on the upper floors of the Alabaster Court. Last session. Ed, take us in.
Previously on Dark Heresy.
Ian's timing is impeccable, always. I've got a feeling I'm going to get absolutely wankered in this game. The beer's going down a bit easy. I've not eaten too much. It's going to get messy.
Really bad.
Alright. Heracles approached the scene of slaughter outside the councillor's chambers. Maylene Trun, his companion for the evening, gasped in horror at the sight of so much blood pooling around the bodies slain by Ishmael, Dick, and Ramsay. Heracles tried to soothe the woman, but she grew afraid when he revealed himself to be an agent of the Inquisition. Few know the truth of what the secretive Holy Ordos really do, but they are whispered of in places like the Midhive, and it seemed perhaps Maylene knew enough of your reputation. A servitor arrived and began cleaning the blood and brains from the dead councillors in the corridor, which did nothing to calm Maylene. Heracles heard the approach of 2 more councillors, walking towards the scene of violence. One of them was the man with whom Heracles had an appointment for his personal program to Trunus. Heracles the Illuminator charged. Meanwhile, in Councillor Court Brogue's, in Father Shoal's chambers, Thing was creeping towards Father Shoal, who reacted by swatting the hand drone with a heavy religious tone, crushing Ishmael's pet. Ishmael burst into the private office of the head of the Joyous Choir. Move and die. Father Scholl did not move, but he called for help from Thierry and Culver. Ramsay heard this on his stolen combead as he rushed back to the strange hole in the ground through which first Vlad and then Dick had disappeared. He had made a makeshift rope from Father Scholl's bed sheets. He did not hear a response from whoever Thierry and Culver were, and he passed his knotted bed sheets through the hole down into the size-shielded cell. Dick and Vlad saw Ramsay's length appear. Dick.
Come on, somebody else has got to find that funny except me. Surely.
Dick
You all do.
tugged hard on the end, almost tugging the rattling off his feet. Ramsay pushed back. Pulled back, trying to take the weight, but the rope was sheared off.
Oh, right.
Mira decided now was not the time to be drunk, and she stimmed herself, and thus the house rule became official. Stims remove fatigue. Ishmael revealed his true identity to be Father Scholl. To Father Scholl. And the old man cowered in fear. He blabbed instantly that none of this was his fault. It was the query. They were everywhere. He told you he was not involved in what they were doing, and he told you how they came and offered to fund his church on the condition that he helped them in return. They had installed their own people who had modified the equipment here, and sometimes, he said, the man named Theodosia came and paid him money. He told you he didn't know what happened to the true ones, but there was a hidden door in the basement, where they were taken. You marched him into the corridor, arriving just in time to see Dericles slaughter the first counsellor, and charge into the second. "Rejoice, for you are true," he bellowed. Lady Cleves, who had revealed herself to Ramsay to be an agent of the Inquisition, ran in to assist, but the counsellor turned and fled, narrowly avoiding bumping into Lord Outhwaite, who had just arrived looking for Pincher. Ramsay appeared round the corner. Punk, another dead counsellor, the silenced Fatebringer striking true once more. After revealing your true nature to Lord Outhwaite, he offered his assistance. He did not seem particularly afraid or intimidated by your status of agents of the Golden Throne. In fact, he said, it made a lot of sense considering the time spent with Pincher. You left him guarding Miss Trum and the unconscious Lady Redstream and headed down to the basement of the Alabaster Court. Father Scholl showed you where the door was, but he claimed he did not know how to open it. It was almost 11 o'clock. Theodosia would be here soon. Mira found the door, but Ishmael could detect no way of opening it, and so he used his axe to make his own opening. It took time. Precious minutes were spent. Leaving Lady Cleves guarding Father Scholl, and beyond the false wall, Mira found a room with strange scrape marks on the ground, while Ishmael and Ramsay found the number of cells. Opening them one by one, you eventually found Vlad and Dick at the exact moment that a sound of a shuttle could be heard landing nearby. And through the small windows in the temple's exterior wall, the dark-robed form of a familiar figure stalked towards the temple from a shuttle on a concealed landing pad. Theodosia entered the Alabaster Court through yet another hidden doorway, the source of the strange scrape marks Mira had found earlier. The augmented man spotted Ramsay peeking around a corner and fired. The battle was a tough one, without your usual mix of arms and armour. Ishmael was wounded, which is no easy feat. Dericles was struck a heavy blow by Theodosia's retractable arm blades, which tore through his armour and sliced open his belly. But it could have been much worse for Dericles. Had it not been for Vladimir's abilities, the young cleric may have been in much more trouble. Vlad had compelled Theodosia to attack his own limbs, and he hacked at himself in a shower of sparks as his power blade cut into the second bladed limb. Mira rushed to Heracles' aid, using her skills to good effect, but the former Retributor still bled heavily. And Ramsay lined up a shot with the slimline, silenced Fatebringer, blasting Theodosia with precise marksmanship. Centre mass. The man's cybernetic eyes flickered and faded, and he stumbled backwards, tumbling from the edge of the landing pad and down the side of the hive wall.
We need that body.
We do.
I'm still
Right.
getting a bit of your voice coming through.
Yeah,
Leanne's.
I'm just gonna tweet that.
Cheers, mate.
First Heresy session I've seen Alan have a t-shirt on. Like last 3.
Yeah, we did have like half naked Heresy.
Yeah, it was the other time.
It was.
How's
That
that?
was an experience. Hello?
Was that the game I had with you lot, or was that a different game we had? Yeah, to remember. Been that many.
Half naked Heresy. The thing. Well, it was a thing when it was too hot.
How's that? We'll try that.
Seemed okay.
Okay. It's a little after 11 p.m. and silence falls over the plateau that hangs from the side of this spire of Hive Sibyllus. The shuttle that Theodosia arrived on sits ticking and cooling in the evening air. There's a flutter of wings. Reg alights on the roof of Theodosia's shuttle. Caw! He yells. She yells. But Vlad, in your mind, you hear, I return. Father is safe.
Yes, Reg. Pleasure to see you after all this time. Are things well? Are the children safe?
She swoops across, lands on your shoulder, and says, Tribe, murder, safe.
I'm gonna nod my head, pleased.
What have you been doing with that crow, dude?
I mean, I'm sure it's just a coincidence. It must be like the Immaculate Conception, Johnny.
Okay, continue.
Right, Dave, can I just, how far up are we?
Say what, sorry?
How far up are we? How far is that body going to fall?
You don't know yet. You haven't seen where it's gone. But you are very high up the hive.
Okay, well, I am going to
It's not
run
landing.
and get in the flyer, and I'm going to ask Ishmael to come with me.
Okay.
Because we need that body. And
I'll come.
I'm running
Yeah,
to
shove
the.
it
I think I could use Ishmael as a co-pilot of some kind.
All right. So
Can
just
help
to
for
remind
acrobatic
you,
stuff.
Well, to be honest, I'd quite like to take control of the ship. I'd like to fly down, and I'd like to catch Theodosia's body.
Right. We'll just put you on the map. So this is where you are. Where Reg is on the map, Reg is actually now on Vlad's shoulder, but where Reg is on the map, that's kind of where the shuttle begins.
Yeah.
And over to one side, that's where the hive wall begins. So it's Theodosia sort of fell just off the edge here where I'm clicking.
Yeah.
Before we deal with that, Dick, as Reg caws and flies over to Vlad's shoulder, you hear in your mind a voice too. Brother,
Okay.
it says, make a willpower test.
My best skill.
Yeah.
Certainly is.
19 to beat. Oh,
Every time.
That was amazing.
You haven't done it again, have you?
That's it.
Every
Bang on
time.
19. Okay.
It's a strong
That's
end,
well.
this one.
Nice roll 2. 1.7 degrees.
Nice.
You feel for a
What?
moment, as you hear this word brother, something push against your mind, and then it fades.
The wind. It's being the wind, man.
Okay, so before we do anything, Dericles and Mira are currently stimmed. That has removed the effects of their fatigue, but it will wear off in a matter of minutes. You don't know how long. I do.
Let's stim up again then.
When your stims wear off, you will be fatigued more than you were. Dericles still needs proper medical attention. You did heal him somewhat, but he is still bleeding. He's suffering blood loss at the moment. You can try and staunch the blood loss. If you don't, he will bleed out.
Can I
And
put
you,
my
Mira?
hot muzzle? I cauterize his wound. Hot muzzle's my gun.
I don't think you actually fired your gun, did you?
I was asleep, I think.
I think you were Kyoshogin, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think it was Kyoshogin.
Because you had it wrapped up around your wrist, didn't you? As like
You can always fire your gun up in the air and go and then cauterize it.
I mean, yeah, there'll be no downsides to firing an unsilenced weapon here, would there?
And maybe not.
You guys suck at subtlety. You suck at investigation work, guys. You've killed all the witnesses.
We're here to kill
Hey, that
heretics.
wasn't me.
That's our mandate.
That wasn't me.
Why did Varric put a religious fanatic in our group
I'm
with a
just
chainsword?
Mm.
Makes no sense.
Absolutely no fucks given. They could each have been like an elite warrior. To be honest, could each have been like an elite guardsman. So whacking them without remorse was that's part of the hitman fucking lifestyle.
Necessary.
I like Dericles' cooking apron. It's like he's been doing butchery.
Well, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah. Okay, so Mira, if you want to try and treat this blood loss, it's a difficult Medicaid test, so it's Medicaid -10. I think you do have. I don't think you brought your med kit, so it'd just be Medicaid -10.
She tried, didn't she? Oh no,
No,
she tried to bring something and somebody got stopped.
Yeah, she brought some stims in and basically announced that she was an alcoholic and needed stims. Okay.
And that was fine. They were into that, weren't they?
Mira is struggling to stop this blood loss. Dericles is bleeding heavily. Dericles, I'd like you to roll a D100, please.
I help using survival to staunch it with my coloured cravat.
Ah.
I don't know. I think there is something for staunching in there. For
Using survival.
feral. I think there's a feral.
Yeah, you got your feral world bonus.
Oh, man, feral worlder. I could do this.
Yeah, so you can either make an intelligence test
as well.
or you can assist Mira and give her a +10 the next time she does this.
Oh, can I make an intelligence test this time?
Yep.
Has Mira already tried?
Yep.
I'll try an intelligence test. What can go wrong?
So the
My cravat works.
yeah,
Oh yes, nice.
show the medic how you do shit in the desert, dog.
This is how we do it tonight, Campus Man.
Can't be losing moisture in the desert, mate. That's
Yeah.
That's
Not to be wasting that precious blood, man.
Quick,
Qualified,
pour sand on the wound.
the qualified child prodigy medic fails to stop the blood loss, but Pincher steps up and he rips a bit of fabric from his clothing and peels out a few threads and quickly
It's
performs
sand-coloured
a little
cravat, man.
surgery. Well done.
Hey.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, dude.
Yeah,
Each
one good thing from Iacanthus.
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
Dick pincher. Dick pincher.
just
Sorry.
to clarify what blood loss is, each turn you have a 10% chance of just dying.
Excellent. That's reassuring, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, it's bad news. Man.
That's bad. Bad times.
There is a skill that lets you reroll, that, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Take a call. So I can match it.
Which Ramsey actually had.
Very good. Very good.
Okay, so Ramsey. So at the moment you're back in free time. So at the moment, just to give you a better picture of where you are where you are on the map. Slightly south of you, down here, Lady Cleaves is standing, holding on to Father Shoal, and she holds her hand fan in her other hand. She's got hold of him with her augmetic arm, and she's fanning herself with a fan. And you've all seen this fan at this point, that it is actually a concealed blade. There doesn't seem to be anyone else around. The fight wasn't particularly noisy. The only 2 shots that were fired were 3 shots that were fired, sorry, were all from silenced weapons. So what would you like to do at the moment, guys?
I'm sprinting over to the shuttle and I'm going to prepare it to go straight after that body, and I'm going to let everyone else know what I'm doing and say I could use some kind of co-pilot, maybe to help me with the body as well.
I'll come to help you with the body if you want. I'm no pilot.
I'll send a crow looking as well. Maybe she might be able to see it.
Capital idea, sir. You read my mind.
I'll ask Reg if.
Reading my mind.
I can't help it sometimes. But yeah, I'd like to send the crow off to go look for the body of Theodosia to help Ramsey approach. Really, what we need is we need to put a collar on her with flashing red lights or something. So then you'll be able to see her easily, and we turn that on and off. That's maybe.
I mean, your connection to Reg lets you know pretty much where she is at all times, doesn't it? Because you can basically see through her eyes. So.
But not Ramsey though. Ramsey can't see her at all times. Can he?
Okay, so Ramsey, Dick, and Ishmael getting into the shuttle, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Mira's still looking after Dericles. Vlad's sending Reg. All right. I would like a few things to happen here. I would like Reg to make a perception check, please, with a +10.
Perception or awareness?
Whichever's higher.
Okay, go for awareness then.
Oh dear.
Oh no, Reg, you suck. Does Reg have a fate point, or can I use my fate points for
You can use your fate points for Reg, yeah.
Okay, well, I shall do so. I've got a feeling this is important, so I'm going to go. I passed on the second attempt.
Okay. Reg swoops over the edge of this plateau, spirals down and down, and she quickly identifies the location of the body. And it's looks like it's fallen about 300 or 400 meters, and it lies crumpled in a heap, wedged in amongst a load of support struts and things like that for this plateau that the Alabaster Court is on.
Okay, I'd like to try and relay that description to Ramsey over the comms.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much directly below. So you can explain that easily enough. And Ramsey, Ishmael, and Dick, as you approach the shuttle, it's an Aquila shuttle, but it has no identifying marks, and it seems to be painted with a strange black paint that makes it difficult to look at and hard to focus on. Give me... No, actually, don't give me anything. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Trying to enter the shuttle.
So if it's just over the thing, we don't really need to go after it then in heroic space fashion.
It's about 400 meters down.
400
Yeah.
meters down. Oh,
I
okay.
think so.
4 meters down. Yeah, right.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
it's 3 to 400. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going after it then.
All right.
I'm going to. Well, I'm going to fly this fucking shuttle because I'm a flyboy ace.
All right. As you board the shuttle, you realise it's a civilian model, but it's been stripped out. There's no niceties, no fancy stuff in here. This sort of shuttle could normally seat about 6 people. It looks like it's been modified to carry about 12. Seats crammed in together. It's got a very militaristic feel to it on the inside. And in the cockpit is a servitor hardwired into the command throne. He still wears the dirty remains of an Imperial Navy pilot's uniform. All 3 of you in the shuttle, give me a perception check, please. Not awareness, perception. Okay, Ramsey. It looks like a fairly standard servitor, apart from the fact it's wearing this navy uniform, and its arms and eyes have been replaced, and its arms have basically become cabling that are hardwired into the controls of the shuttle, and the eyes are very obviously designed to have night vision capabilities and work more like a sensor array than standard eyes. They sort of bulge out of the skull, and there's various little. One of the eyes has got like a little satellite dish that's rotating around on it. There's nothing left of this former pilot from the waist down, and there's also cranial plugs in the back of the skull, which snake down to interface directly with the shuttle. And there's this strange device bolted onto the side of the skull, a small rectangular device about 3 inches long, and it's not an augmetic that you're familiar with.
Say, sir, to prepare for manual piloting. Acknowledge.
The servitor does not respond.
Shot in the back of the head.
I can put myself.
You're useless to me now.
Ramsey's got a very similar process for every side of problem that he can.
Yeah, I think he quite enjoys how it works for most things.
What were you saying there, Ed?
I can interface with him, can't I? So
You-
servitor.
You can try, yeah.
Can I try and is it electrograph unit? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you place your palm against him, and your palm lights up as these bizarre circuits you have inside you connect or try to connect with this servitor. Give me a tech use test with +20, please.
Yeah, I get another +10 with the electrograph unit as well.
You do, yeah. Yeah.
That'll be +40.
Wow. Okay, as soon as you interface with this servitor, you realize it's not ignoring you, it's just not acknowledging you. It's configured in such a way that it retains much of the skills and abilities that it had before its modification from a standard human. So it hasn't just been, lobotomized and turned into a walking servant. It's a qualified pilot that has been servitorized. And this is a fairly standard method of creating servitor pilots. And you can tell from your quick interface with it that it's designed to take instructions either by vox or by close proximity verbal instruction. But it seems it was designed to take instruction from someone or someones in particular with a specific vocal pattern. In other words, it only listens to someone that sounds like whoever brought it here.
Okay. I'm going to
However,
feed that back. Would I be able to do it with my tech use? Yes.
you might be able to override it, or you might be able to disable it. There are also a second set of controls. So if you can disable it, Ramsey could maybe fly the shuttle, or you could maybe override it and get it to do what you wanted.
I'm going to ask Ramsey what. Give Ramsey both options and see what come up with.
Okay.
So Ramsey, we can either disable it, or I can try and trick it into thinking I'm.
Whatever's the quickest option.
I don't know. They what tell me.
Give me a logic test. Give me a logic test, actually, Ishmael.
Yeah. Any pluses, minuses?
Straight logic.
Come on. Ooh.
Disabling the servitor and enabling the manual controls would definitely be the quickest and easiest option.
Yeah, we'll go for that one then, Dave.
All right.
So I require my electrograph unit again and tech use test.
Yep, tech use test, please. Let me think. You get a +10 from that, don't you? You'll get another +10 because of the difficulty. It's not that hard a thing to do. Okay, yeah. You quickly disable this servitor. It doesn't go completely offline, but you can see a number of lights down its arms that connect it into the control array before it go out. And you hear a few clicks and sounds behind the control column for this system. Then you hear a voice that says, "Manual override enabled." And the lights on the second console come to life.
Right. When that happens, I'm off.
Okay. So you're hopping in the pilot's seat?
Yep.
Okay, give me an easy +30 piloting roll, please, Ramsey. Okay, so yeah, you easily take off. That's not what you rolled for. And you go down about 300-400 meters as Vlad instructed you. And it doesn't take long with the powerful lights that seem to have been jury-rigged onto the front of this shuttle to see the body of Theodosia, this tangled mess. And it looks like, he's taken a few impacts on the way down. There's this gaping hole in his chest where you've blasted him. And he's sort of wrapped awkwardly, arms and legs all over the place, hanging in amongst this superstructure. But yeah, you've managed to bring the shuttle down to a pretty safe, level place, about the same altitude as what the body is.
Would we be able to retrieve him, me and Dick, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, the shuttle has quite a wide rear entrance hatch, which is basically a ramp that can be lowered. You could perhaps lower the ramp and try and get it from there. Depending on how you do this, there are no clip harness in the shuttle, no.
We didn't take ours with us either, if you want to allow
Nope.
Uh,
It would have been a bit weird.
with me, though.
You have.
I'm going to attach one of my carrier shug. Is there a rail, a shuttle back door I can wrap around?
Yeah, there's definitely something you could fasten the Kyoshog to. You could chain it onto. Obviously, Ishmael can help with this. The ramp is of a certain length. You'd have to get Ramsey to move the shuttle much closer. So between the three of you, tell me how you want to try and achieve getting this body from this tangled mess of struts, and we'll work out some rolls.
What if I climb over there, wrap my chain round him? Okay. Yeah. Do we have anything else? It won't be long enough, will it?
No, the chain's not that long. It's only about
3
3 or 4 meters long, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to try and get the back door as close to him as possible.
Okay.
Feasible as that.
Well, I'll tell you what. You give me an agility roll. This is an Aquila shuttle. You've flown these before, so we'll give you a +20. And from that, we'll determine how close you can get before you think you might cause problems.
Sorry, that's an alarm.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, so you managed to
I added
spin.
another +10 because I've got improved aeronautica operate.
Fair enough. You manage to spin the shuttle around and you back it right up, and there is a warning, proximity, warning, warning. But you manage to gently bump the rear ramp into the structure in such a way that it doesn't disrupt the aircraft. You're as close as you think you could possibly get to where Theodosia is. Dick, if you stand on the very edge of the ramp, Theodosia is just out of arm's reach from where you are.
Right.
Can I? Would it help if
how
there
long's the
was
ramp?
more, degrees of success?
Say again?
Would it help if there was more degrees of success?
No, you pretty much got as close as you could possibly get.
I could potentially add an extra 4 degrees of success if I spent a fate point.
It wouldn't help you. You can't get the shuttle any closer than what it is.
Yeah.
Literally touching the structure.
You needed 1 degree or more to get the closest you could be.
Right. So, okay, I'm going to ask Ishmael if he can hold the end of the other of the Kaya Shog. I'll tie it onto the ramp. How long's the ramp? Is it about 2 meters?
Probably just over 2 meters, yeah.
So if it's just out of arm's reach, I've got 4 meters of chain. So if we can fix one end of the rope to the back end of the shuttle while the chain, and I will hold the other end and try and get it on Theodosia.
Say again, you broke up a bit there.
Oh, sorry. If we use my Kaishog, Ishmael can attach one end to the top using his awesome tech use skills, and I will try and go down the shuttle on top of ropes and tether Theodosia up while holding onto the Kaishog chain as a bit of a handrail at the same time.
Okay. So what you want Ishmael to attach it to the shuttle, or do you just want Ishmael to hold the other end?
Is Ishmael like probably twice as heavy as me due to his metal component?
More than twice.
Oh well, Ishmael, just hold the end, please.
I'm going to use it in my hand and hold it in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Ishmael grabs hold of the handle end. I'm assuming you want him to hold the handle end?
Yeah, I'm gonna bury the Ike end, so twist it to find purchase in Theodosia's chest.
Nice. Dick, Pincher,
Yes.
I would like you to make an agility test, please, as you scramble out from the ramp onto this structure. There will be a +10 involved.
I'm gonna do a flip while I do it.
Oh yeah, just to show off. So you'll lose your +10. You still do it. Dick somersaults off the ramp, landing nimbly amongst this structure right next to Theodosia, still holding onto the Kaioshog. So you're trying to ram it through, are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna push it through his chest and
trying to pierce it with your tip. I understand.
yeah, lodge it into him, twist and make it stick like a lion getting a lioness. Abs. Pincher.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, don't roll this yet. I'm going to ask you for an agility test because you're doing this while you're holding on. But I want you to make a strength test first, and the degrees of success will give you a bonus to your agility test. Okay, so it's a straight pass. So give me an agility test. Yeah, you wedge it into his chest, and you feel, as soon as you push through the flesh of Theodosia in his chest, you feel the blade grind against metal within his chest, and you start to realize just how augmetic this man is. And you wedge that in there. You think it's pretty secure. Ishmael, if you want to try and pull the body in, you can with a strength test.
No. I'm gonna get up first. Reduce the weight of the load. Move off the load, and then I can assist him pulling it up to give him a bonus on the strength test.
Yeah, good call. Give me another agility test as you hop back onto this platform. It's not a perfectly stable platform. You know, there's a bit of movement. It's awkward.
Yeah, I'll do 360 somersault.
Yeah, another fucking show-off Dick Pincher move as you somersault back onto the ramp. So Ishmael, now you can make a strength with your good arm, which is the higher strength, I think.
It is. Got to be 30.
I'll be assisting.
With assist from Dick.
Plus 10 for Mr. Pincher assisting you. Oh my God! What happened there?
Oh my God!
I think I'm going to try that
Oh,
again.
roll again.
It's got two.
That's still a pass. That you rolled 22.
That's a pass. I don't know what the fuck the failure is at 1 point. What -1? What the fuck?
It's because you've got 3 different strength values in your strength stat for some reason.
3.
Yeah, I don't know why you've got 3. You should have 2, which would still fuck it
I
up.
think
34 and 39.
Logical.
The 34 is
My normal strength.
your normal strength. 39 is your augmetic arm. And I don't know why you've got a 35 as well. Oh, you've changed a leg as well, haven't you?
I think what it is because your skills divided by, I think that's 39
Yeah.
divided by 30. Oh, yeah, and then modifier 10. So you've got this really weird
Yeah,
target number.
but we can see it's
So-
a pass.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but yeah, the 35 is your legs because you modified your legs, and the legs aren't as good quality as the arm. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pull and you heave and you drag Theodosia up onto the ramp, the pair of you, and you realise how heavy this guy is. You know, he weighs more than what you do, Ishmael, and you're fairly heavy with all the internals and the arm and the legs. Okay, you've got Theodosia
Yeah,
in the
man.
shuttle.
Are we going to land back down where we came from? When James comes back, anyway.
yeah, Ishmael. This thing weighs more than a dusk dog.
How much does it weigh, Dave? In kilograms.
Probably getting on for about 300.
Weight in. That's clock off loads at the minute.
You know straight away, Ishmael, as well, just looking at him, that there's, you know, I mean, you've got a lot of augmetic components, but you've only got the one arm and the 2 legs that are fully augmetic. Your other arm, your chest, your head is still pretty much human flesh, with the exception of the thin layer of armor you have between your skin and bone. But Theodosia feels like he's basically made entirely of metal with some sort of flesh or flesh-like substance covering him. Basically, he's Terminator.
Like so. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this pen I didn't tell you about. It's a permanent marker from my top pocket. And I'm going to write my name on all the bits I'm taking.
If you want a marker pen for that, you can have a marker pen. Add it to your inventory.
What weapons is he? Is he still holding his weapons with his big metallic hands? I don't know, let go.
One of his
So-
swords or somewhere.
Yeah, he did have a pistol. There's no sign of the pistol, but he does have retractable blades in his arms that sort of come out of the palms of his hands, so he can fight two-handed. One of them is severely damaged because Ishmael Vlad made him attack himself, and the power went out on one of them. But the other one is still working. It is a power blade, by the way.
Just check it. I haven't got my name on it before you claim it.
Oh, his metal man.
It's a long time ago, by the way, but Ishmael was actually working on an idea for a power Kaio Shog.
Oh, Shog.
Yeah.
Oh, Shog.
I've got the plan.
They're awesome.
Yeah, you haven't done any work, but you've got the plans.
Yeah, cause I'd have to take his apart, which would probably take a while.
Yeah, well, you could take the power sword that you've already got to pieces, but this is a power blade. It's shorter than a sword. It's maybe a foot long, like the forearm length, basically.
Just confirm as well, like this is a primary objective. Isn't it?
Your primary objective is to find the source of the harmony meters.
No, there's 3.
Oh,
Learn the identity of the mysterious Theodosia.
yeah, that's like a part. Like the direct objective is to learn the origin of these harmony meters. But Theodosia has been a background character for so long that's why I've put him as a primary objective.
I'm thinking that this is just another body anyway. I don't think it's the main guy. What we're going to need to find is back in interface with his brain unit again and see if it's been.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we should split with the body or if we should call in support.
Well, we can. Should we get back to the others and then discuss?
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to head back to the others then as quickly as possible.
Yep, no problem. Give me one more piloting roll at plus 30. Yeah, it's not even a gentle maneuver as you swoop the craft away from the hive wall. And Ishmael and Dick, you start to realize just how good a pilot Ramsey is, because it's quite a crazy move he pulls off here. There's no hesitation, no caution, and he just nimbly and agilely moves the shuttle back up to the landing pad. While all this is going on,
Brownie.
That was a lot of really good teamwork. That was cool.
Yeah, enjoyed that.
Okay, so while all this is going on, Vlad, Mir, and Dericles are still back up on the platform. Reg is still over the side somewhere, having a look around. Dericles, you're feeling a bit weak and tired, but at least the blood isn't pissing out of your belly anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
Mira is stood nearby, and Vlad, you're there too. So you three, what are you doing during this 5 or 10 minutes that those guys are down there?
I'm going to say a prayer to the Emperor for giving them guidance and finding the body.
You don't actually know they've found it yet.
No, but I'm just saying a prayer for it.
Yeah,
Emperor to guide us in our mission.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did, indeed.
Mira and Vlad? Can't hear you. Bring your mic over a bit. Oh, why?
No,
Mira's
can't
mic's
hear
not
you.
working at all now.
Modern technology.
It makes life easier.
Where would it be without? I don't know.
Just want to buy yourself a banged out laptop like I have. Spend no money on it.
They're saying that you've never had any tech problems. Is that what you're saying?
I have
I'm
internet
sure that's not
problems.
true. I'm sure that's not true.
I have internet problems, and I have slow tech problems, like my tech is slow. It'll be alright for connectivity unless the kids abuse my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's pretty much so here, to be fair.
Like, we love our Wi-Fi, but you get like 4 or 5 people streaming off it, and it soon slows down.
Yeah, it does. Just wondering if there's a better way. You know what I mean? Is this fibre optic broadband that they keep talking about any good? I don't know. Anybody give me any intel on that?
No broadband knowledge on it.
No, me neither.
I'm sure it's better. Can you even get it in Winterton? I don't know.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Who knows?
I don't know. I can't get it here, but I don't know what it is. I've paid a bit more for my connection, so I was on like a really cheap version before. It's with Sky. I've got.
Yeah, it's.
EE. I've just moved my phone to EE, and there's 5G everywhere. They said that I won't get it in my house, and then you get 4G, and I get full bar 5G here.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you
So
want to go to the shop and see little hub things, because it's faster.
Yeah.
It's faster for internet, my mobile, my 5G, and I've got like that 200 meg internet, Virgin Media internet.
That's decent.
You should be fine with just 4G, to be honest. If you
Yeah, it's EE's got the fastest internet, like mobile internet. So the 4G is faster than everyone else. The 5G is insane. Quicker than that. Quicker than
Yeah, but I mean, I've heard it gives you coronavirus.
But it's worth it if you're not if you can watch videos.
Yeah, because while you're ill, while you're recovering,
you only get the virus if you test for it. If you don't test for it, you don't got it.
That's a good point.
I mean, have you ever had COVID?
I have, yes.
Ed? Well, there's your proof.
Well, I tested for it. If I
Definitely five.
If you haven't tested, you just feel you'd be feeling under the weather, just under the weather. It wouldn't be COVID, would it, if you hadn't tested?
Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered.
That theory, I like that theory a lot.
True, though,
If
isn't
you
it?
ain't tested for it, you ain't got it. No, it's true. It is true. You're feeling a little bit poorly. That's all.
Yeah, but people feel poorly with it now. 'Cause it's that week.
Yeah.
But loads of people at work, they keep testing and they keep getting it, but they're not poorly.
Yeah. It's just like we've got it, but we're just carriers now. We just anybody out there that's not had it yet can have the pleasure of it.
Or some people
The
get
pleasure of COVID.
got it.
Yeah, I think it's like
strain.
yeah. It's what it involves and turns people into zombies.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
Resident
Hello,
Evil,
Dave.
the TV
Hello.
series.
What? Sorry.
The new
Hello?
Resident Evil.
Oh,
Yes, I have. I started watching it yesterday. It's awesome.
Hello.
Fantastic. It's
What's
really,
that?
really cool. Resident Evil. It's the series.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm not. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, it's well worth watching, man. It's cool. It's very, very,
Hello?
very cool.
Hello, Dave.
Ah. Is it working at last?
it is.
Oh, well, right. I forgot what I was going to say.
Right. No, I was just saying I was just looking up to Dericles. Like saying, there, Brother Dericles, are you alright?
Blessings of
It was
the
actually
blessings of the Emperor be upon you.
Dick
Thank you
Punch you round.
thank you for your efforts, though. I appreciate you trying to stop me from bleeding to death.
It's alright.
But those primitive
It was
primitive skills, survival skills of Pincher's. He knows how to wrap a bandage around a wounded man. And
very impressive.
I'll be forever in his debt. Why didn't you think of that? And then I'm sort of I'm just
that kind of skill. Thinking.
my eyes are gonna flicker a bit like that. I maybe put myself out a bit too far there. Overstepped my abilities. But thank you for picking me up once more. You're most kind.
Okay. Cool.
What do we do now? What's the plan, Vlad?
Well, we
What
need
can
to do
we-
some old-fashioned investigation work. That's what we need to do. We need to get our primary objective sorted. Have we got any witnesses?
Have
Have we got any? I can't remember.
do we
what
have a
happened.
way of? I think the services have cleaned them up, my friend.
Plenty of witnesses, but they're not talking.
Yeah,
so
they're silent witnesses.
You murdered them all, did you?
We interrogated them with too much gusto.
Harshly. Oh dear.
Yes,
Never
we
mind.
didn't.
Perhaps there's still some leads remaining.
Perhaps we are still, as yet, I believe, undiscovered here. The majority.
Good. So you have been subtle. Killed them subtly.
As subtle as we can potentially possibly be.
How did you kill them?
I killed them with a flame, with a sensor.
Yeah, with his custom sensor.
Oh,
Custom sensor.
that's quiet, I guess.
It was what they would have wanted. I like to think as
Let us,
holy men, a bit of censorship. Yeah.
Very good.
Yes,
let us speak to the good father. See if he can tell us anything of use. I'd like to go and speak to Father Shoal.
Yeah.
Is he still?
Yeah.
Is he still conscious?
Yeah, he's still conscious. You're hearing me again, aren't you?
I'm
May I-
afraid so.
May I threaten him?
I'll try and lower my voice.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, if you stand behind me and look threatening, and I'm sure with the fear into him,
I'm going to, you know,
Get the sensor out if you need to.
I've got the sensor out, and I'm sort of holding it across the line of it. I'm like, just sort of a bit crippled, and sort of holding it in my hand and weighing it, and I'd be like, I can look menacing when I want to,
Yes.
when I need to.
Derek, something very important, and I can't impress this upon you strongly enough. Don't kill him. Not even if he seems like he's acting heretical.
I believe this entire place should be
Please,
purged.
Derek, I'm begging you.
I can't make any promises, lad. It's just not in me to let heresy escape unpunished, unpurged.
Of course,
There's no such thing as unpurging the heretic, is there? Is there?
No.
I don't believe there is. I've never encountered anything quite so heretical as unpurging before. Have we got any more stims? Or,
Oh, I've got some.
could you help me? I'm feeling.
Derek.
I'm feeling a little bit out of sorts. You know, we had a date with the to get some special treats, I suppose.
Oh, that's the thing. I know what'll perk you up, Derek.
The green jelly.
They've got all altered
That's what that's maybe what I need to
That's what you
help
need, Derek.
help me through this difficult time. Yes.
I happen to have got some for you, but you didn't seem interested before.
Oh, I'm very, very interested now. I believe it might help give me the insight that I need to discover the root of this heresy.
Okay, no problem, Derek, but it will be 100 thrones.
I don't know. Been dealing to your own crew. I approve. I don't even know if I've got on.
Just to cover my cost, you understand.
Yeah, as well. You know,
This is where Derek that's for Leon.
yeah, I think it's probably going to be the first Dark Heresy Leon.
No, it's not.
Is it not? I've got 83. Could you just take 17% of the dose away?
No, I'll give you a Leon for this other 17 if you like.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
loot. I'll loot some bodies and sell what I can.
Very
Then
good.
come back for more. Maybe come back for more later, perhaps.
Splendid. I shall give Derek a dose in return for the 83.
All
right.
Sweet.
17.
Sweet jelly.
Throne. Leon. And I've written that.
You'll keep providing this for me, and I'll do my best to follow any orders that you give.
Very
I
good.
can't believe how common Leons are in Dark Heresy.
Yeah,
it's just me. It's just me. It seems to be.
It is.
I love
The drug
the
dealer's
fact
game.
that Johnny. I love the fact that Johnny thinks that's a first, and
Yeah.
what he isn't aware of is the first transgender oral sex scene.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about this. That is certainly a unique way to escape capture, capture.
Pushing the boundaries of acceptable heresy.
And did anybody mention quiche when this was occurring, or was the quiche just
having
tucked
too
away
much
in the back
fun?
of the fridge?
No, there was no quiche, and
No quiche.
it just kept going.
Wow, like the Energizer Bunny.
It is the darkest of heresies.
I would like
Prison
to
rules.
Shoal. Prison rules.
Okay,
I'd like to speak to Mr. Shoal, please.
before you do that,
Back again, I'll try and lower my voice. Before you do that, Derek, please give me a carouse test or toughness if you don't have carouse.
It's very seductive, Dave, when you You put your
Speaking
low
of
tone up.
sexy voice.
Gruze it.
This is when
Gruze
I
is terrible. I'll do toughness.
really
This is
mean
awesome.
business.
Is that,
Yes. This is what I've been missing out on.
does that hit the spot?
Oh, that's beyond.
enough.
I
That's
feel like
enough,
I'm.
Marvin.
I feel like I've just given the Emperor a high five.
Okay, so Heracles. God damn it.
Mute while you're talking.
Heracles, you feel a sense of euphoria. I feel like a paedophile. I can't keep speaking like this. Just a second.
Oh, look,
Hey there, Heracles. Yeah, so Heracles, you feel a sense of euphoria, and the fatigue that was with you has worn off. You're feeling pretty good right now, and you're not seeing any of the weird shit you saw the first time. So,
This is just the ticket for an important mission. But I believe that it should be prescribed to help give me focus. Yes.
but Mira, you are starting to feel like shit. Yeah, you're getting very tired as your stim wears off. Sorry,
I was just about to say, I was just going to suggest more about putting, is it like a desk mic that she's got?
Yeah.
Why don't you put it in between you and then maybe turn your mic off and then just both talk through the same mic?
Oh,
Instead
you're
of double
a fucking
talking.
genius. It seems so obvious, but then again, you're not off your tits. Right, I'm going to mute me.
Uh-huh. And then just,
Right, I'm mute. You still hear me?
yeah, I can hear you twice still. It's like, it feels. Because you're not muted on, are you?
This mic's off.
Okay,
Muted
that's
the watcher.
That's fine then,
You've
yeah,
muted
so-
the watcher.
Don't get how Alan's getting reverb and we aren't.
No.
I'm getting it as well.
So what?
Right,
It wasn't reverb as such. I was hearing Dave twice, once through Leanne's mic and once through his own. So Leanne's mic was picking him up because
Yeah, I don't get how I'm not hearing.
you didn't hear any of that.
No,
No, not even during the intro. You didn't hear any.
no.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Who knows?
There must be some noise cancelling somewhere.
Yeah, it won't work in trying. But can you hear me now?
It's well, to be honest, it's not great. I don't know. This is.
If you just put the mic in the middle, Dave. I'll put it back to the first setting.
In and out a little bit with that one.
Speak.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello there.
Now I'm getting that reverb.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. This setup. I don't know how. I don't know.
I'll
What to
tell you, I can
suggest.
fix it. Yeah, I can fix it. Turn your microphone back on, Dave, and just ask Leanne to mute herself unless she speaks.
Yeah, or she just speaks through your mic.
Oh, no, because his mic's coming out of his headset.
You might be better off getting like a mic for the room.
This is a mic for the room.
Yeah. It's the quality of it's not amazing though. Like when you both
No.
talking through it.
Can you
like
bring it a
sharing
bit closer?
Like-
How's that?
It was a really funny noise then as you moved it.
Oh my god! I heard that.
That's funny.
Right. Okay. Don't move the mic.
Demonic imp.
Is the quality still shit?
That's
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
All right, I think.
We'll try this. See what happens. Right. What the fuck are we doing? Mira,
Just
what are you
sorted
doing?
Derek out with a lay on, and I was hoping to speak to Shoal.
Yeah, Mira was about to do something. What were you doing?
Was I stimming Dericles? But how do I do that?
I'm okay now.
Don't stim him, you'll get rid of the fuck cozier.
Make a
Well,
don't
thank you for that.
No, yeah, definitely not.
Oh no! So I'm not doing
You'll
that.
ruin
Stim
his high.
Make
Stim
a
yourself.
test.
Stim yourself.
I just won't do it.
All right. Well, why are you doing it?
Don't know.
You're feeling like shit.
Yeah. All right. Just to myself.
Just give me a Medicaid test.
What?
Can't fail to stim yourself. But... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're feeling a bit better. All right. So the three of you are in this area. Dericles, are you approaching Father Shoal as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Sort of floating towards him, almost.
What about you?
Walking on sunshine.
Yeah, I'll go towards him.
I'm just holding a little bit of Vlad's robe. I don't know if he's noticed. It's like walking behind him. Just for support. Just for a bit of support.
Okay, so Vlad, you approach Father Shoal. He looks terrified. He clearly saw a bit of combat coming from the north, the position that you were just in. So I'm getting really distracted by myself.
How do you mean?
Because I can hear myself.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm going to mute Leanne because I can usually hear Leanne okay anyway. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, so Mira is approaching and Dericles is just behind you, but Vlad, you approach Father Shoal first. Lady Cleve still has one hand sort of gripping his shoulder, and the hand fan is just casually flapping back and forth by her side.
Just going to nod my head to her and go, "My lady."
Lord Rains?
I would like to speak with the prisoner, please.
What, here?
Yes. There's. I don't think we're in any danger of being discovered here. My good father, Father Shoals, please put yourself at ease. Nobody wants to hurt you. I'm going to look at Derek.
Derek, yes, nobody wants to hurt you. And then I'm just going to turn to the side and just like behind Vlad. Vlad's back and go, yet. And
I'm
start
not quite
staring at the
sure,
wall.
Dave. I'm not quite sure what I know and what I don't know because it's been so long. So I'm gonna just pretend like I know things. And if you feel like I'm saying stuff that I don't know, please jump in. But I honestly can't remember very much from the last games.
That's fine. I'll also jog you if there's anything that comes up.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember as a player, but I mean, I don't know what Vlad knows because obviously I was away. But I'm hoping people told me stuff, but I can't remember. So, what I want to say to Mr. Shoal is, I want to say, now I understand that you've just been taken in by this serrated query. It's not your fault, is it? They've put the pressure on you, haven't they?
Taken in. It was more of a hostage situation, I can tell you.
I understand, yes. And these query members, there was 2 of them, is that right? And they're both dead now, is that correct? Both dead? Is that right, Derek?
Dead.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry, no, never mind. Anyway, well, yes, they're probably fine. So, do you know where their rooms are, please, Father Shoal?
Dead. Jerry and Culver are dead.
Well, I think yes. I think they've been.
No, they've been sent. They've been sent on a holiday at the Imperium's expense.
Oh, come now, Derek. I mean, Father Shoals. I mean, I'm sure you'll be happy, Shoal, that they're all dead. They can't hurt you anymore.
You don't want to be in.
They don't hold you hostage. You're not
in league. You're not in league with those heretics, are you?
No, precisely not. Heretics. Honestly, I didn't know anything about it. I've just been, I've been running this cathedral for a bit, and it was very small scale. And the next thing you know, these people came and spoke to me, and the man with the eyes, and the 2 that he left here when the arrangement. I'm not in any way involved in whatever it is they're doing. This is just a front.
I'm gonna step forward and punch him in the face.
Okay.
Lies, heretical lies.
No.
Okay, give me a weapon skill attack, please.
Excellent.
Please. You can have a +10 for a single attack, or if you want to do an all-out attack.
I don't want
yeah,
to knock it. I don't want to knock him out. I'm going to just go for a normal, just a +10.
Yeah.
Why not? Filthy heretical lies.
Honestly, if you could kill this guy as well, Johnny, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Surely not. Surely not with him.
It was a punch. She said it was a punch.
Yeah, it was just a punch. It was just a punch.
Give
Just
me
a punch snap.
He doesn't
Next
dodge.
snaps, he drops it out.
Give me a damage roll. What's your strength? Is it 30 something?
Yeah, it's 33.
Yeah, so unarmed is -2, so your strength is +3. So give me a D5 +1.
Okay.
Critical.
+1. Is that right? 3.
Okay, so that's 3. You punch him, and you see his lips split and a bit of blood. He takes 1 wound. He says, please, no, I'll cooperate. Whatever it is you want, whatever you need.
I'm sure it's not a heretic, Derek.
Vlad, despite how good I'm feeling right now about this whole mission, I believe that everyone is a heretic until proven as innocent, as guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Yes, a wise precaution, Derek. Wise. And I'm of a similar mindset in this place. It's seething with heresy here. Seething.
It is a hotbed of heresy.
Indeed. So, Mr. Shaw, Father Shaw, these two gentlemen who are probably dead and probably been slaughtered brutally. Do they have rooms here? Where do they stay? We need to make a thorough search of their holdings.
Yeah, of course. They have rooms above on the second floor.
On the
They
second
don't
floor, where
always
are we
stay
now? Are we in the basement? Are we
in the basement? Yeah.
Okay, second
So
floor. And
it's-
have you got? Perhaps you can give it a description of where the rooms are.
By all means, would you like me to show you?
Yes.
Would that involve us trooping up past the patrons of this place?
Okay, so the basement obviously is the basement. The ground floor is where you first came in. It's where the big open area is, where everything kicked off, and there's rooms to the side with all the entertainments and diversions. The next floor up has a few more entertainment and diversions, like that's where Dericles had his weird massage. It's also where the consultations occur, which Vlad was, trapped during one of those. It's also where Father Scholl's office is. Then there's a second floor above that. That's where these people, that's where he's referring to these people are staying. So you'd have to walk up through the main area and the floor where all the violence occurred, and up another floor.
What do you think, Derek? Can we trust him not to cry for help? I'm not so sure.
I'm not so sure either.
I think
My
perhaps we
my
should keep him
lord.
down here.
I think perhaps we could find out more just by being here, and potentially, I'm just going to just deliberately pull out the sensor from behind my back and then just lower it, just let the chain clank it to the floor. Like, now you are not beyond redemption, but if you don't tell us everything that you know, redemption will be the only gift that I can give you. And then he's just going to look at the sensor. Oh, I appears to have gone out. Excuse me 1 second, and then I'm just going to shuffle back behind Vlad, and then you can hear a sound of a lighter, and it's not working. But it's
This sound.
yeah, basically that sound. It's like, hang on, one moment, Vlad, 1 moment. And then that's it. No, that's your robe. Sorry, Vlad.
I just accidentally set my beard on fire.
That's taking it to the next level, Dave.
Yeah.
Adding it's a proper interaction there. Yeah, so I'm gonna light the sensor and then I'm start swinging it around just behind Vlad and then chanting some sort of like prayer of some sort of canticle from from the Redemptionists book of like fanatical heresy about how burning
Is that its actual title?
Yeah, the book of fanatical banishment of heretics. That's what it's going to be called. About burning and like the use of sharp implements and rusty things to expunge the sin of heresy. And I'm just going to sing that quietly behind Vlad as I'm just doing my part, Vlad. It's she'll go. Your head seems to say because I'm psychic because I'm fucking psychic now because I'm on Farcozy.
You're not actually experiencing any of the strange connections.
No way.
You are in a really good place. You are high, definitely.
Okay.
You're in a bit of a euphoric place right now, actually. But you're not experiencing the connections with the people that you
Nothing can get you higher than the imminent interrogation of heretics.
I suggest we wait for the others to return and join up, and we can decide how we're going to continue.
Must we, Vlad? Must we?
What was that noise?
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that was just me.
I didn't hear it. Yeah.
The mic move.
Weird snigger.
Yeah, it's like
It
really
was
cracks
awesome.
me up. Dear. I'm glad it's not just me. So
That's good.
okay, so I think I don't think this show can tell us too much apart from we need to know where these other chambers are of these two dead men.
Yes, perhaps I could search for clues.
Yes, you're good at investigation, aren't you?
The potential that is my forte, lad, and then I'm just gonna laugh.
I'm gonna join you in laughter.
Oh, how we laughed! I'm just gonna. I'm gonna pat you on the back, Vlad, because I'm finding this whole situation very amusing.
Very good. Yes, I think we'll wait for the others to rejoin us, then we'll
Yes.
determine our next steps, I guess.
And don't you go anywhere just yet. I'm gonna point at the guy, the heretic.
He's still standing there, being held by Lady Cleves.
Okay. Can I slap him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a pencil slap.
Okay. You slap out. You're not striking to damage him.
No. Come now.
Slap him and come now.
Spill the beans. Pause for Dave. Go on, spill the space beans. The re-beans. We know what you've been up to here.
I told you what I know. I created the church. It got a bit of popularity, and then the next thing you know, this man approaches me and says, he'll fund us, he'll help us rebuild. He's got the perfect site. The Alabaster Courts, it was in ruin when we got here, and he helped us rebuild, and he helped us remove the cult. And I turned a blind eye to what the people, the people that disappeared.
Is this
a figurehead, Derek? Just a figurehead, Derek.
I believe there's more to this. Is this in the chapel down high the only sites you have here in St. Ellis?
This is the center. This is the main church. This is the temple that you all wish to attend. I have approximately 32 smaller temples throughout the upper hive and 3 in the mid hive too.
Tell me where the Farcosia lab is, and then I'm just going to slap him again.
Okay, you slap him again. I'd like to make a interrogation check. I don't fully have interrogation.
I really don't, but it'd be a nice time for a natural one.
but I want you to make a check anyway, and it would be you can choose here because you're slapping him about a bit, and you're also just imposing your will on him. So let's do it at a half strength or half fellowship check.
Okay. So fellowship is fellowship better. I think fellowship's better. Yeah, fellowship's better. Let's get 21.
Okay.
Give me a 1. Come on. There's some there. I'll do. Oh, it's not quite there.
Okay. He says, please don't hurt me anymore. I've told you all I can.
But not all you know.
Okay. Should I mean, if you don't believe him, Derek, perhaps I should tear into his mind.
Oh yes.
Memories from him.
Would you?
I suppose if you insist, Derek.
Oh, I do so enjoy it when you do stuff that I can't see that does stuff.
I've got a feeling this guy's just a figurehead, but we best be thorough, shouldn't we?
Yes, it's in the handbook.
Okay, we'll go for try a mind scan on him, then, please, Dave.
Okay. It's about this time as well as you roll this for me, please, Flair. The shuttle lands. And the ramp descends. Ishmael, Dick, and Ramsey emerge with the body of Theodosia. You're all involved in it. Anything anyone would like to do before I delve into this whole thing with Philip I'm about to?
Point the finger at the guy and go, guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
That's the word I've been searching for. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Thank you.
Nobody trusts you, I'm afraid, Shoal. I'm afraid we're gonna have to. I can't take you at your word. I'm afraid. It's a pity. This may hurt a little. Okay, right.
Word of a heretic. The word of a heretic is worse than a lie.
3d10. So 3. That's 15 plus. Okay, well, fuck it. Okay, we'll go for 4d10 out. Plus 7. That's pass.
That is a pass. Okay.
With overbleed. I don't know, is there any overbleed?
Yeah, weaknesses resolve, I believe.
One overbleed.
Oh, maybe no. No, it doesn't actually say anything. Making.
Fine, I didn't want to overbleed anyway.
Okay. Willpower test, please, Al.
1 degree of success.
So, level 1, you learn things like basic information: name, mood, insanity level, physical health. Okay, he's in fairly good shape for his age. His mind is a little damaged, but not particularly excessively. He's fucking terrified. His name is not Karos Chol.
His name is Guilty.
His name is... God. I don't know why I didn't expect this. Oh, wait, no, I did.
Is it a perfectly good name?
It's a perfectly good name. His name is...
Felroth Guilt.
Yeah. That just sort everything out, wouldn't it? It was like, that'd be awesome.
Done.
Okay, his name...
Hiding in plain.
Wait for it. I found it.
Wait.
His name, it's here. It's here somewhere. Where is it?
Where is it?
Fucking hell.
Where is it?
What is his name? It's been
Let's
that long
just
I've
call-
forgotten his name.
Let's just call him Ron.
Yeah, his name is Ron.
Nervous Ron.
It is not Father Scholl. He has no affiliation, as well he admits, to the ecclesiarchy.
Huh?
He's very aware of this. It's like a forefront in his mind.
So he's not actually a real priest.
Nope.
Okay.
That's your first level of prying.
Okay. Well, so another test. That's not great. I might go for a reroll.
Okay.
That's better. 1 degree failure.
I got slightly more than 1 degree failure with his willpower. Lower. You get level 2. Okay. Opinions on Psyker. He's fucking terrified of you and your companions. He's scared that he is about to get implicated in something that he genuinely didn't know of, but you think he might have suspected. He thought there was something very shady going on here, but he knew there was something that was shady going on here. So, in other words, he thought it was worse than what it really was to him, if that makes sense.
Oh dear.
A single location, object, event, person that's significant to the target. Okay, he's thinking about his office upstairs and the files, and also the letters that are scrolls stacked in a shelf. He seems to be thinking of those things.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Is it ready for the next level?
If you want to go again, yeah?
I want to go deeper.
Don't delve too greedily and too deep. Who knows what could happen?
We must pluck the memories from his mind.
Okay, so memories of the last 12 hours. And 2 further locations, objects, or persons. So you learn the locations of Thierry and Calder's rooms upstairs. And you also get to see over the last 12 hours him preparing his sermons. Most of it looks like pretty boring stuff. You know, you see him go for a piss and have a bite to eat. And he's preparing the sermons, and he does take it seriously, the preparation of the sermons. He's not just half-assing it. And also you see him discussing Lady Rains and how interested he is to meet this woman that randomly turns up from off-world and donates 1,000 thrones to a mid-hive church. And he chuckles as he says this. And he says to a man that you recognize in his mind as Thierry, who you now know what he looks like, and that he is dead. Ramsey shot him. And he basically says to Thierry, we might be able to make a serious amount of thrones here out of this woman.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, I can't remember how this works. Is it 4 levels, is it?
5 altogether.
5. We'll try for level 4 then.
Okay.
2 degrees failure.
He struggles to push any further.
I've never got this far before.
Yeah. Yeah, the streets are rolling up and all sorts now. You struggle to push into his mind any further, and you're suddenly forced out, and he yelps in pain. There's a bit of pain for you as well as he pushes you out of his mind. Give me an awareness test, lad.
Oops.
You don't think he's a psyker. You don't think anything like that. You just think, you've pushed into something personal or private, and he's just had the strength of will to force you out. Also, there seems to be a lot of cells here, that have a dampening effect. So you think maybe that's why you can't get all the way into his mind.
Okay. I'm going to say thank you, Ron. You've been very helpful.
Thank you, sir. He smiles awkwardly. He's sort of hunched over, a little bit afraid.
Okay, so we'll wait for the others to. I can't.
Murdered, I'd like to point out that he's actually murdered a member of the Inquisition. Thing.
May I?
He killed Thing, so he's got.
So are these guys back now with us?
Yeah, they're back with you now.
Okay, I'm going to. He's
surely.
also he's not a heretic as such, but he has aided and abetted heretics, which is guilty by association. Ishmael.
And he murdered Thing, which is
Yes, it's a very valid point.
One of you give me an intimidation check.
we've heard it.
You could use strength or fellowship for this. If you haven't got intimidation, it will be half. That is.
Does anyone have it or?
No.
Intimidation, let's have a look. Probably don't.
You can make the test if you like, Ishmael, since you're doing the intimidating.
What was it? Strength or fellowship?
Yeah, strength or fellowship, whichever you'd rather use. If you don't have the skill, it'd be half that skill.
Fellowship, Vlad. Yours is probably higher than mine.
I mean, I can make the test if you want.
Do me to try and intimidate him and dragging Theodosia's body up. Carry a shug. Take out your old boss. I don't know.
I don't know, Dave. Who can make this test, please?
Anyone in the group, you're all there now. You've all turned up.
Yeah. I nominate Pincher.
You can have a +10 for somebody assisting.
Okay. Let's see. 10.
Go on, Dick.
Splendid. So it's at half. That's a good pass. So.
Yes. What was that roll even for? I can't remember now. It's taken that long.
I think we were basically intimidating, saying he's a heretic.
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah,
he's guilty by association, and he's murdered a member of the Inquisition.
But
So,
please,
you know,
please, I am not a heretic. You've seen my temple. I had no affiliation with those people. They bullied me into this. I haven't murdered anyone.
I'm afraid that's quite irrelevant. And you did murder Thing. That's without doubt.
Thing?
Yes. That's it's like a mechanical hand. You squash it with a book. I mean, do you know how long it takes, Ishmael, to make these bloody things?
I had no idea what it was. I just saw it scuttling across the floor of my office.
I'm afraid ignorance is no defense.
Please, have mercy. Have mercy. I'll help you. What do you need? How can I be of assistance?
We have everything we need from you, Ron. It's
No. There must be more. There must be more.
I have a request. What about some reimbursing with some coin back?
You want money? You want money? I can give you money. I have money. I can get you money.
Yes, give me all your money. Give us all your money. I need could you give me 17 thrones, please?
He's into his pocket and pulls out. He's got about 28 thrones in his pocket.
That'll do. I'll just pass it to Vlad. Like, there you go. Extra to keep you sweet.
very good.
Actually,
consider your Leon absolved. What did you say? 28. Okay,
I want to know. Well, we need to find evidence of the magistrate being on the payroll of the Joyous Choir. So we need to know what they're doing outside and, who's in control.
Perhaps we could.
Can I? What I wanted to do, guys, is just basically just express to everyone what I learnt on that mind scan and just inform the rest of the group what we discovered over the comms. Yeah. So we've got some places to investigate upstairs as well.
Can we search him for any sort of communication devices before we go, like comm beads or anything like that, just to make sure he can't radio in for help?
Have we asked him where the things are from as well? The harmony meters.
I don't think he knows this, Ramsey. I think it's the serrated query guys, the guys that we executed. Ooh. I think they the ones who would know better. Maybe there's something in their rooms that we can find. There's also a load of files and letters and scrolls upstairs in Shoal's office that we should have a good look at.
Have you any spare robes around? And I'm just going to look close to him, and then look him up and down.
Yeah, there's robes on the second floor in the laundry or in the cells of the priests, and of course there are some in my own office too.
Are there any security measures up there that we need to be aware of?
Well, no, all the security measures are at the gate.
I'm going to slap him again. Are you telling the truth? Are you telling lies?
Yes, I promise. Give me an intimidation roll.
So I've just got to make sure this guy's like flipping playing
I think
ball.
we've got him. I think we've got him.
Got him on the ropes.
I think so. I think you're. You shouldn't worry, Derek. I don't think.
I'm not paranoid at all. I just want to make sure he's not spinning us heretical lies. I can't shoot them. Come on, Derek. I think I've got intimidate. It's just strength test, isn't it? Is it strength test?
Intimidate should be on the left-hand side of your skills. If it's not there, then it's a half strength or.
Oh yeah, it is there. Yeah. Okay.
How convenient.
I obviously giggle at him, and you see that waste of them.
You giggle at him for a few moments.
What's your strength, please?
My strength is 33.
I just need to check his stats. I rolled a 92, the same as you.
Oh.
So I had to check what his strength is. He cowers before you. He's like, please, I've said I will help in every way that I can. I'll show you all I know. I'll tell you whatever you need. Please, don't hurt me.
The magistratum. Tell us about your relationship with those. Why are they in your pocket? You paid them off?
No, not me. Well, maybe me a little with the money, but it was him. It was them. It was the query.
Yes, the query. Yes. Very good. Eric, I think we squeezed every last drop from this, from Ron here.
Yes, perhaps you're right. I think we should just frog march him up to his chambers. And
we don't need him up there, Derek. Just leave him down here.
May I
put him in our cell?
Yeah, stick him in our cell. That's a good idea. There's a couple of bodies in there too.
They can keep it.
Yeah, we have to see some of his mates, won't he?
Oh no, but then someone hacked away in.
He may know. Like there may be some sort of. Do you have any security codes or a safe, perhaps, where you might keep sensitive information? Your life depends upon it. Tell us now.
It's upstairs, Derek. He's already showed me. He's got all these scrolls upstairs, Derek.
Is it just scrolls, or is there more?
Please, he says, and he takes a necklace off from around his neck, and there's a quiller hanging from his chain. He hands it to you, Derek, please. Says,
I make a slight hand
this will give you
test.
access.
I make a slight hand test, see if I can nab it just before Derek leaves and him gets hand test.
Sleight of hand really requires like a lack of obvious line of sight, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try and make an agility test to grab it before Dericles gets his hands on it, but everyone would see it.
I'll leave it alone.
Very kind of you.
That's
I know you'd be able to do it as well. That's the thing. With ease.
You'd get a counter roll to it, Johnny. You know, you'd be able to try and stop it.
Like with a no, not this time, Pincher. One of those, but I just fluff it. So that's
okay. So you please, Johnny, add to your inventory Shoal's Encryptor Aquila.
Oh, Fantastic. Cool. I will.
Say, well done, Derek. Maybe there was still a few last drops to squeeze from him. You're right.
There's always more that they can tell, even if they don't think they can tell anymore. Believe me.
Why don't we just make him strip up off and give us everything? There's
I
obviously
don't want
got
to
a lot
see
to give.
Father Shaw naked at all, Pincher. I think that's a terrible idea. But have you looked at the man? Why would you want to see him naked?
He's
I
an
old
really
man.
want to. I bet he's got God in his pants.
I'm an old and feeble man. I mean you no harm.
Lady Cleves, will you keep this prisoner down here while we go and carry on investigation?
What about the body of Theodosia? Should we pop him in a separate one? I mean, I think he's dead,
I would
but
keep him in the
that
shop.
one is proper
Shall
reading.
we just hide him in a cell?
Just keep the shuttle.
Now, before we go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea.
You what? Sorry.
Can I have a go at trying to access his rooms like I did with the other one?
Yeah. Give me a it's a tech use test with a -20, but you get a +10 for your electrograph.
Yeah.
Can I assist him in any way with tech use, Dave?
Unless you've got tech use, have you?
He has, but I don't know. I tell you what, Vlad. I'll let you make an intelligence check, and if you pass the intelligence check, you can assist and give him a +10.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah, so you can't really assist. It's not really something you're familiar with. This it's a very
That's
mechanical,
fine.
soft-oriented thing.
It was worth a punt.
Yeah. Yeah, -10. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, same.
It's worth a punt.
Oh,
Oh no!
Ishmael.
Look at it! But the 10 would have done it as well.
Use one of my rerolls.
All right.
Good idea.
You can use one of your rerolls to add +10 before the roll.
Yeah, that's true. I always forget you can do that.
Well, I didn't know that. Now I do, but I'll just use a reroll then.
I mean, you can do either. If you now you know that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have. I did know that, but I always forget about it. If you want to add a +10, I will let that roll be the same. It's the same either way, isn't it? You either get a +10 for using a fate point, or you use a fate point to re-roll it. But the +10 guarantees you.
Target was, oh yeah, that was 71.
Sorry.
Right?
I'm suddenly starving. I'm not really eating.
You pass it a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, with the +10 from your fate point,
Yeah.
You do gain access to this Theodosia. I'm just pressing it on the keyboard.
What's happened?
I'll be right back.
Right.
What's happened? Like, well, I've been.
What's happened is they've interrogated Father Shoal a little bit.
Yeah.
He's basically very compliant right now. Ishmael is currently interrogating Theodosia's head.
Okay.
See if there's anything he can learn. So,
yeah.
Right, where were we?
Absolutely legit.
You got a pass, didn't you?
Yeah.
This body is very similar to the first body of Theodosia that you encountered. This metal endoskeleton surrounded by flesh. And there's not that much organic material here, save for this false flesh. The majority of this creature is a construct. And you realize that this is far beyond a simple servitor that has been constructed to resemble Theodosia. This is essentially a suit of meat and bone with an augmetic brain consisting of a set of instructions to carry out. It has no memory prior to emerging from the shuttle.
Too much to expect. This would have been a man.
Yeah. So he's just going to be spare parts then, basically.
All right.
Yeah, I'll relay that to the team. Similar to last.
Oh,
I don't know. I've sort of thought, I'm not tech-minded at all. So I can't say it. Okay, continue.
No, if you think you know something, Johnny, please don't feel that you can't have to be limited by tech use.
I don't know much about tech.
I'll
tell you
stop
that.
you if I think you're going too far, but you please say if you want.
I'll tell you that much for free. But if this isn't the one we're looking for, how is it being controlled? Is there any way of tracing the source of the control of this construct? Is that a thing? I don't know.
would the pilots know where it's been from? Well, surely the pilot might know of the craft.
First we can. I can see if I can find any the actual bit of tech that actually sends the information.
Yeah.
What about? What is there any way of checking the flight log of the craft to see where it came from?
Plausible.
Plausible. If I can get through the encryption, I can.
I think it's quite likely to come from the that walking city that's out there.
Yeah.
Perhaps we need the evidence, but we also need to get our man as well.
What did I miss from his memories? Because I was off getting a snack.
It's basically the same as the last unit.
Another body, another
No memories.
in suit. Al.
Of a decoy.
So yeah, I think while they go off and search, I'm going to try and investigate the body and the ship more. See if I can find something interesting out.
Okay.
Give me first of all, Ishmael. Give me an intelligence test, please.
Great intelligence test.
Mm-hmm. You think you maybe exhausted what you could learn in the field from this thing? Perhaps with the right equipment, you would be able to break into this cybernetic brain and learn not exactly this entire thing's entire history, but you might be able to save some fragments of information from its deleted memory. But you don't think you could do it out here in the field.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll tell the team that I think I'll take it back to investigate more in a workshop. What about the ship, Dave? Can I go and see if I can find?
Yeah.
This ship seems like an ideal way out of here.
I think we should keep it.
If I can search like database where it's come from. Find. I can search for anything.
All right. It's despite the fact that this shuttle has been somewhat modified, its cargo area has been cleared, extra chairs have been put in, and it's painted in this strange, very unreflective black. Other than that, it's a very standard Aquila shuttle. There are a few elements of description that go beyond what civilian tech would have. But other than the encryption software, this shuttle is physically quite mundane. So I'd like to make a tech use test, please, Ishmael, plus 10.
In a minute.
Anything I can help with, Dave? I'm familiar with it.
You can give him you know about shuttles and flight. You could give him a plus 10 for assisting.
That would be a pass then.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a flight recorder built into this shuttle. And it shows that this shuttle came from Hive Tarsus. But it's quite obvious to you that this is bullshit. This is data that has been constructed in the last few minutes before the shuttle touched down. It's fake. Someone has deleted the flight log and put in a bullshit route. Of course.
Right. Be able to do the same as I'm doing to the body, take it back to a lab and maybe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can rip out the flight recorder.
Yeah.
What's to say that? Sorry, I don't know. I'm not. Am I still there, or have we gone off yet?
No, this. Well, I don't know exactly what you guys do. You said you were going to investigate, so let's say you're still there. Yeah, I'll let this happen.
Is it possible? If you reactivated the servitor, if you could somehow interface with the the remains of this Theodosia construct thing and get it to use a voice command to basically return the shuttle, return to source or whatever.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? It might have an automatic route programmed in somewhere that's hidden, or it might have something that's, that might sort of work. You know what I mean? It might have an autopilot essentially to take it back. It just needs to be voice commanded. If you could somehow,
I'd have to do that back in a lab though, because I've exhausted what I can do. What tech I've got at the moment.
Yeah, of course. It's just a thought. Like,
we can try and see if I can find it in the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
seems likely it's come from. It seems likely it's come from this walking city that.
Yeah.
It's come from. I think that's where
there might be like security codes on there, so if we ever wanted to land on it. But,
yeah, that'd be. I mean, it'd be a good way to get into that city, wouldn't it? Take the shuttle.
I'm pretty sure that they know that it's not come back on time, so something's happened.
That's true. Like, you must know that Theodosia Bot has died.
Oh, yeah, that's a fair comment. Yeah, he's probably got real time access to it.
Yeah, real time feed to it or something like that.
That's fair
control it.
Yeah, good point.
So you remember when you fought the first Theodosia clone, it tried to transmit a message. Dericles stopped it transmitting by carving his chainsaw to its head.
So it would need to. So it's not real-time communication, then. It's. Do we know whether this one managed to communicate before we killed it?
You didn't see anything, but then again, it was plunging down the side of a hive city.
Comments.
But surely, like, if there's these dampeners in place, might they be able to dampen signals? So he might, Theodosia might just attribute that to the fact that it's in a shielded facility.
Ishmael, make a tech use test, and Vlad, give me what law skills do you have, Vlad?
Me, not many. Forbidden Law, Psychers, Warp, Occult.
I'll do. Give me a Forbidden Law Psychers, please. And Ishmael a
tech use.
Tech use, yeah. Straight, please.
Jesus Christ, I'm really high today.
All right. What are you doing, guys?
Well, guys, I think we should go upstairs and there's a few leads to check up there. There's the rooms of these query members, and then there's Shoal's office.
Certainly.
We have his keys. I think we need to go up there and find out what we can find. We haven't completed our primary objective as yet.
Perhaps don some disguises, blend in.
I don't know. We're already invited here. I mean, we've got nothing to hide. We can walk around freely, can't we?
I suppose so. I just like to get.
You like to dress up, don't you, Derek? That's okay.
In robes, yes. In long flowing robes.
No one's going to stop you, Derek. If you want to dress as one of them.
Oh, I believe that I must.
Do it. Who else would like to come upstairs to?
Yeah, I'm definitely in the place.
I think the more eyes, the better. I think Ed, you said you were staying down here, didn't you? Is that right?
Yeah. Just to make sure that no one else turns up and tries to take the ship or the.
Okay.
What's upstairs?
There's Father Shoal's office, and he's got a load of scrolls and stuff. And there's also the room.
I'll upstairs then, yeah.
There's two guys we killed, who they might have something. They might have some evidence in their rooms.
I'll head on up, yeah.
The more eyes, the better.
So, Ishmael, are you staying with the body down here, but everyone else is going?
Yeah,
I think so.
No,
there's Lady Please as well, isn't there?
Do you need somebody to watch your back, Ishmael?
There's what's the face there as well, isn't there?
There's Lady Cleves is here with
Father
Shoal.
I think you'll be safe. Did you check the other cells as well? What about the other cells down here? Did you check them all, or
Remember?
It was extremely difficult to get into your cell, so
perhaps
without the right passcodes, there's going to be more time than it's worth, maybe.
maybe try the Aquila that Derek's just taken offshore. Maybe that's
Yeah, I'll go to one of the doors and try the Aquila.
Okay,
What
so you
about,
did.
it was Theodosia that was coming, wasn't it? So can I search Theodosia's body for any keys or anything?
Okay, yeah, make a search roll on him. You don't. You remember when you came down here, you didn't go straight to Vlad and Dick's cell. You managed to open a couple of others. They were, as Ishmael's pointed out, very difficult to open. But you had already opened a couple and you didn't see anyone. Okay, so you're searching Theodosia's body. I'll tell you what you find.
Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna use what time? Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 re-rolls. So I'm gonna use one for a +10 and then one for a re-roll. And do I get anything to search for my eyes?
You'll get a +10, yeah.
Okay, so is all these pluses added before or after?
Before.
Please help search.
Sorry.
I help him search as well.
Yeah, you can give him a +10.
Add another +10. Yeah, just add a +10.
stack it up.
Oh no.
Jesus. I'll tell you what you do find. You find. Got that. He's got 2 reloads, so that's 12 rounds. Man stoppers for a hand cannon.
I'll pass those on to Dick.
Oh, thanks, man.
Okay, so Dick, if you want to add 12 more man stoppers for your hand cannons.
Do it right now.
Right. So you're heading upstairs, are you? But Ishmael, Cleves, and Shoal are staying downstairs.
Yeah, I'll ask Lady Cleaves to guard the guilty man, please.
I'll ask Lady Cleave if she's if she's okay with it.
She's more than happy to do that. She says, "Why, of course, this is the most fun I've had in at least 3 years." And she begins to drag him away from the main bulk of the temple, up towards where the landing pad is.
Very good. Okay, so we're going to head to. Did you say the room of the 2 query guys are on the same floor?
Yes.
Second floor, same floor as the office. Is that right?
No. So the office is on the first floor. So there's the basement, the ground floor, the first floor, and then there's the second floor, and that's where you know that their rooms are. But Father Shoal mentioned in his office there was all this stuff which is on.
Yeah. We'll go to the office first then.
Yeah.
And see what's in there. See what we can say.
Okay. Could one of you, I don't give a shit who, one of you roll a D100?
Any takers?
Done
I nominate Leanne to roll the D100.
Hayden's done it. Hayden's done it at 76. All right.
Get you next time, Leanne.
No.
And can another one of you please roll a D100?
Yeah, now's your time.
Yeah, now's your time to shine. /R space D100.
Yeah.
On the roller.
All right. And you head up. You do hear the sounds of people, the conversations, the whatever weirdness they're getting up to. But you head straight up the spiral staircase to this stone building up onto the next floor. And as you move along the central space here, you encounter once again this scene of a bit bloody, but it's a bit cleaned up. Let me just clean this up a bit, because none of these people should be here.
Are there any servitors there?
Yeah, there is one still cleaning the floor, and Lord Sorka Alpha is still here. Lady Redstream looks like she's coming round as you pass the door. You see her groaning and rolling around a bit. And Maylene Tron is still cowering in fear. So Lord Althwaite's hand has opened up and folded back to reveal the barrel of a weapon in his hand that she's keeping trained on the belt. And he sees you approach, and he says, "Aha! Well, any luck, chaps? You look like you're got a bit of a purpose to you."
I'm going to say, Alfwade, that's not how you speak, man.
It is now. He's from Texas. He's from Texas. I do declare he do speak a little bit more like this than whatever bullshit I was doing. But now don't speak, but Bradley, he speaks a bit more like that. No, I can't remember his voice. I'll be honest.
It's definitely Texas variety. So I'll say, yes, we've taken care of some of our adversaries, and now we are committed to a full investigation. Is everything okay up here? Anything to report?
5 2 leaves have been nothing but alive, no thought. But I do believe that sooner or later we're going to have to do something with them.
I'm gonna push forward and just like, Maylene, it wasn't supposed to be this way. Do not fear. You are an innocent in all this.
She looks up at you from behind Lord Althwaite and she just kind of goes. She nods frantically, but she looks fucking terrified.
Okay. I'm just gonna go over to her and just. Is she she sat down or?
Yeah, she sat on this little bench.
I'm just gonna sort of like sort of go over to her and just be like, and just lower myself down and just be like, look, you are not under suspicion of heresy here. You need not fear. Lord Althwaite will protect you. You will protect her, won't you, my lord? And I'm gonna look up to Lord Althwaite.
You fellowship test.
I'm just gonna do. I'll see if I do a fellowship test before I do it. But wasn't it?
Says, well, sure. I'll look after the little ladies here as long as you need me to.
I am in your debt.
Oh, thanks, man.
He just tips his hat.
So you have nothing to.
Shouldn't be for much longer. Shouldn't be for much longer, wouldn't it?
Yes, I do hope it's made our first liaison memorable at that as easily.
He looks at Dick Pincher and says, well, I knew it was going to be memorable. When I met that fella. He gives you a bit of a friendly grin.
I'll turn it with a friendly grin back.
Okay. And then he's just going to go and get his soap. And he'll see you in the showers. No. No. It's not like that. He's just...
Wrong game.
Yeah, wrong game. Sorry. It's not like that. That's a different game. No, he's...
Yeah, so around and go, why can't I quit you next? It's gonna be like... It's gonna be like... Brokeback Heresy.
You all get the impression. You all get the impression that Lord Althwaite does genuinely seem to like Fincher. It's something like about Dick. He is a magnetic personality, but something about him obviously is enticed.
Just primal. It's just primal. Primal magnetism.
Primal Dick.
Yeah, that's it.
Althwaite loves Dick. Anyway,
Dick spreads its love through the
deeper sort of connection.
Anyway, so you've got back here. Lord Althwaite's going to keep a watch on the ladies. You know that this here, when I'm clicking, Ed, you should be able to see. I think I'm doing your Heresy camp. Oh no, I haven't. Hang on, Ed. There you go. There's Heresy camp.
See something if I can get rid of my.
All right. So yeah, this is. If you all want to look at the map, this area here that I'm pinging for you is where Ishmael, Ramsey, and Mira, I believe, first apprehended Father Scholl. This is his offices. So you can see this large sleeping chamber, and there's also a small office beyond, which is where Thing was pulped with a book. What would you like to do, guys?
Let's go to these scrolls where we know where these scrolls are.
I'd like to what the shade blocking item bed is. What has he been doing?
Is it blocking the light?
There's a little circle out here which blocks the light.
Yeah. I'll go around it.
I don't know what that is.
Just
Just a second, I'll get rid of that.
Those biggest dildo.
Oh, I know what that was. That was a long time ago when I was messing around learning dynamic lighting. That's how old this map is.
There's a weird thing in the office as well. Okay, there's a few weird
pillar.
All right, there's a weird one next to the table, sort of northwest of the table. That should be there, but not quite where it is. Let me just move it a bit. There's a column holding up the building there, but I'm too drunk and high to move it accurately. So
wasted heresy.
What's the one in the? Hey, I'm fine. How are you? There we go. Is that better?
Yes.
I don't know. That was like a random door. I think I must have moved the door when Ed opened the door and just put it there. Okay, so put yourselves where you want to be. Dericles and Ramsey, you don't seem to. Oh, Dericles just moved. Mira's in the priest's bedroom. Pincher and Vlad are in the office. Dericles has gone into there where Maylene Trun and Lady Redstream meet.
That's where I went first. I'm going to move myself back over.
Okay. Yeah, put yourself where you want to be.
Whereabouts is the office? Because I've got the Aquila, haven't I? So.
Okay. You see where I'm clicking now?
Second. Yeah.
Yeah. If you go to that door and then head south, you'll see the office.
I've overlaid myself with somebody, with a servitor, I think.
Oh, with Heresy Camp. There you go. Look. Oh no. Oh, where have you gone?
Underneath the servitor. Underneath the servitor, I think.
Oh yeah, there you are. There you are.
Okay.
Eric, what happened here?
He glitched. He glitched, my lord.
I glitched. I'm terribly sorry. It won't happen again.
So these files and whatever that he was thinking about, steady on. These files, whatever that we saw in his mind.
Oh shit! I just chucked that all over my leg. Yeah, the file is something you might. I've got a wet leg. The file is something you mind. It's the song. I'm going to stop. All right, let's focus. Yeah, the files are so in his mind. He was picturing some files on his desk.
Okay.
That's what you saw.
Okay, we'll have a look.
All right. There are literally some files on the desk. There's also a small personal cogitator. Let me just tell you what else there is in that room, if there is anything. No. All right. Yeah. Yeah, there's a load of books on the shelves just south of where Sister Mirror is, and there's these data slates on the actual desk itself and a small personal cogitator.
Okay, can I have a look at these files? See See if there's anything of interest in them.
Right, you pick up the data slates and they appear to be encrypted.
Mm.
Well, we'll hang on to them then and take them back to Ishmael.
Is there any locks?
Can I wave the, what do you call it, cogitator?
Oh yes, you've got to decrypt, haven't you? Yes,
Yes.
Well done, Eric.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
give it a
So
try.
I'm gonna wave it in front of them and just try and see if I can access it with that.
Now there's three data slates, I think, three on the desk. And as soon as you wave the Aquila over them, they all unlock. And they
Excellent.
start to show you data.
I'm gonna pass one to Vlad. I'm gonna pass one to whoever else is nearby.
You're all in here except Ishmael.
Okay, so I'll pass one to I don't know. Pass one to Ramsey.
I'll take one off you.
Oh yeah.
No, I can't read.
Okay, so who are you giving them to? Who's having these three slates?
No, I'm like I'm gonna give one to Vlad. I'm gonna take one myself, and then I'm gonna give one to I'll give one to Pincher as well. Can he read?
Can't read.
Thanks, man.
He
No,
can,
Value
he
my
can a little
skills.
bit. He's got the low Gothic reading age of about an 8 or 9 year old.
I'm gonna
A-E-I-O-U.
gesture.
Give one
I'm
to
gonna
Mira.
gesture. I'll give one to Mira, and I'll tell Mira. Thank you. I believe that you should have this. I'm sorry, Pincher. Not this time. Next time.
She's well read.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll have a read.
so Vlad, Dericles, and Mira, I'd like you all to make an intelligence check.
So send it to me.
Or, sorry, literacy if you have literacy, but if not, just straight intelligence, not half straight.
Where would literacy be?
I haven't got any fate points left, have I?
No, you have not. Okay.
I can't decipher any of this, and I'll pass it to Pincher.
You can read it to some extent, Dericles. It's low Gothic. You can understand it. You can read it, but it might be a little bit beyond you what it actually is. But it contains.
I rolled to read it.
If you want to read it over Dericles' shoulder, please do.
Yeah.
Right. Some practicing.
Ledger.
A ledger.
A ledger.
Ledger.
So Ramsey, whose are you trying to read right now? You're trying to read the one that Johnny was reading, yeah? Okay. Okay. It contains a list, and Dericles, you do understand this, but Ramsey, you might get a little bit more from it. And the list of names that you read looks largely the same as the one you found on Orday's data slate a few days ago. And on Orday's data slate, the names are marked as viable, not viable, or processed. And there were 22 names, to be precise, one of which was Sire Stroph's, and her name said viable on that list you found. On this list, her name is marked as processed.
Oh.
There are also a number of names on this list that are marked as on the path, which was not ever shown on the other data slate. But you recognise one of the names as Lady Anastasia Redstream. And all of the names on this list also have a secondary marking. All 22 of them says true. Vlad, the book that you read is also a list of names, but it's much, much longer. And as you glance through it, you see that all of the names on the other list that Ramsey and Dericles have just found, the names on their list are present on your list, but your list is much, much longer. And you recognise a few other names that weren't on the first list. Lady Barella, Cypriot Danine, Lord Boulderdown, Lady Anastasia Redstream. And besides each of these names is a number. It's 5 or 6 digits long. And there's also another name that you recognise that stands out. Lady Mira Reigns. There is an additional column where there are numbers that range between 3, 4, or 5 digits. And next to the name Lady Mira Reigns, it has the number 1000.
It's the donation.
Donation.
Okay.
Ah.
There's a second file on this data slate as well, Vlad. And it appears to be some sort of record of expenditure for food stuff, entertainment equipment, service contracts, drinks, wages, that sort of thing. You think you've maybe found the Alabaster Courts expense accounts.
Okay.
I'd like you to make an intelligence or logic, if you have it, test.
Can we see Thierry and what's the name of the other one? What's the other query guy called?
Thierry and Culver.
Culver. Can we check their expenses? I passed
Yeah.
my intelligence.
Okay. You have a quick look through the numbers of this file. Thierry and Culver are not mentioned at all, but there's a lot of recognizable food eateries, wholesalers, things like that, that you would know the names of, that are based in this city. It appears it is genuinely an expense account. However, when you look at the first list with the numbers in the final column, Mira's was 1000, you realize this is a list of donations to the church. And you look at the second part of this file, which is obviously the expenditure of the church. And you realize that the numbers do not add up. There are several million thrones missing.
Okay. I
Right.
shall relay everything that I've discovered to the rest of the group. Someone's been skimming the cream.
If there's a safe in this room, make a awareness test, see if there's any safes on.
You can make a search test for me, yeah. And Mira, while this is going on, you've been given the third data slate. I'd like you to make a tech use test at +10, please.
Oh, yeah. Tech.
You don't find a safe or anything like that, Pincher.
I don't think I have tech, do I?
You don't have tech use, then do it at half intelligence, please. So make an intelligence roll and it'll be against halfway of your intelligences.
Oh.
Yeah, this set of data files is encrypted, Mira, and you can't access it.
All right. I'll give it to Ishmael. Are you able to?
Because Ishmael is downstairs 2 floors.
All right.
You can talk to him over the comms, and if you want, you can go and take it to him, or you can stay here. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah, may as well go downstairs.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
heading back to Ishmael with the third slate.
Yeah. Take me along, will it?
No, it's not a long walk. I'm not doing this round by round. I'm doing it like over a few minutes a piece. Okay, so you've gathered his files.
Yeah.
Sister Mira is heading downstairs to see Ishmael.
Okay.
What's everyone doing? Ishmael, what are you doing?
I'm still downstairs out with the the body. I'm kind of just there just in case anyone tries to come and take it.
All right. Can you give me an
would like
awareness
to look
test,
for-
please?
Being aware.
Sorry, hold that thought, Hayden. I'll come back to you in a second.
I always fail away at awareness. Come on, load up. Oh,
Yeah, everything looks calm. There's no cause for alarm. You've got like Cleves with you. You've got the body of Theodosia. You've got Father Shoulders, the shuttle nearby as well. Anything else you want to do while I'm with you?
no, I think it's going to have to be done back when I've got more equipment. So,
Okay, cool. Dick, what did you want to say? Sorry.
I would just like to go see if there's any scrolls around the room.
What about that safe? What about you were going to look for a safe, weren't you, Pincher? That's what I like about you. Always thinking about money.
money.
Okay, so there are a lot of scrolls in the actual bedroom, but there aren't any in this office.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go and have a rummage through the scrolls.
Okay, Ramsey, what are you up to? Where are you, Mira? Where have you gone?
I couldn't. I was
muted.
downstairs on the map. I couldn't do it.
Johnny's muted.
Brownie.
Oh, Brownie's muted.
Where downstairs is.
Oh, you should be able to see downstairs. You should just be on downstairs, Leah. Yeah, James, you're not coming through.
Oh.
Hang on.
Is muted
no.
on.
It's muted unless I've
Yeah, I was using a hairdryer, so I muted myself.
Fair play.
So that's one of the weirdest. That's one of the weirdest sentences I've ever heard.
I use
using a
hairdryers to
hairdryer.
quickly blow dry paint.
Fair play to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hate
do you want
hairdryer.
Do you want me to put you where you should be?
Yeah, please.
I use the fan. That's what I've been using for these.
I've just had a kind of
Search the area I'm in for
Sweet.
hidden compartments, Dave.
I've just had a kind of epic rescue mission of Leanne's character. Okay, let's see.
This is like private chambers that I'm in, Dave.
Yeah, this is the office that you're in. It is so. What you've got is this room here is like his private quarters, and this room here is like a private office.
Let me try a cheeky little reroll. What's the last one? Oh, I don't have them. Yeah. Nah, it's even fucking worse.
Because Dericles, you're looking through these scrolls in Shult's bedroom.
Yeah.
Hey, you get my fake blood back.
Nice. You unroll a couple of them, and they look handwritten, and they're thank you notes written to Father Karosh Dole, your recent prisoner, and they thank him for the quiet and for helping the order find trueness. They're written in a very neat, flowing script, and they all explain that they are now filled with the desire to spread their joy throughout the Hive, or to High Tarsus, or one of the other cities around him, or maybe further afield. They wish to leave Scintilla as missionaries on behalf of the Joyous Choir.
Oh God, need to contain this shit.
As you go through each of these, you begin to realise each one is written in the exact same handwriting.
Hmm.
And you find one named or signed Sire Strophs.
Oh,
She's jelly.
Uh-huh.
Eric's eaten her.
hang on. So if those are Father Scrolls, oh, Father
Shoal scroll. Rather shoal scrolls. Shoal scrolls.
Johnny, give me
Yeah.
an intelligence test with the +20, please.
All right. Intelligence with a plus. Holy shit.
Obviously fucking full of shit.
Yes, we want to go on a. I don't know.
Yeah, but if he's covering
Go
up
on a
murder,
pilgrimage.
For goodness sake.
Well, he knows something dodgy's going on. He doesn't know they've been murdered, but he knows, he knows enough. He knows enough to execute him anyway, that's for sure.
Okay, so at this point, you've all had a bit of a search for something here, haven't you? Apart from Mira. But Leanna's, again, obviously just disappeared when I need her to roll some dice. It's becoming a thing. So what we'll do instead of that is, what else would you like to do, guys?
Just looking for any safe.
we need to go and
search for money.
the
Tell you what, hang on a sec. What would you like to do, guys? Discuss it amongst yourselves while I have a piss.
Okay. I want to go search the room that belongs to the other guys. The other two
Let's
chaps.
search the
Did anyone
chest.
search did anyone search for like hidden compartments or safes in here? You said you were
I
going
tried to, but I couldn't find anything.
Okay.
Tried it in the other room. I didn't
You-
find it. I
you-
done it in the bedroom.
Who's got search?
It's not my specialty.
I haven't got search. I should have really. I'll put it
Should
in
have
there.
it. Yeah, you should. It's a good one for. You just pump all your XP into stats all the time, Hayden. Every time.
Pinter's got loads of robbing and con artist stats.
Yeah, search is a good one to have. It's only 100 for you as well, I think.
Yeah, I've got lots of agility-based stats to be fair on Pinter.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, if we've searched everything in this room, we'll go to the room of the query next and see if we can find anything.
I like a plan.
I don't know if we've checked the other cells yet as well. We didn't. I don't know if we did that. I don't think.
I want to speak to Shoal and say, where's the money?
Well, so we'll have a look. Yeah, I mean, I know you want to tap him up, you two.
Yep, definitely.
You've already robbed him to pay off your fucking.
Don't I have a credit chip for 477 thrones here? I might go get myself another massage.
It's the perfect time to get one.
Yeah.
We're on the cusp of a breakthrough, but
Great idea.
that can be very stressful. So I think a massage is probably a good call.
Discuss it over drinks.
Well, what happens here and now? Honestly, we are in, entirely over to what you guys want to do. So
Yeah.
if that's what we're going to do,
You don't have to listen to me.
by
I'm
all means.
bad influence.
That's a great plan. Is
That's the worst idea I've ever heard, Pincher.
So, so bad.
There's something in the
Sorry.
Masoustas.
Can I try search this chest?
Oh,
Let's
It's
have
a bed.
Yeah,
did
sure,
such a
yeah.
good job.
Is it
Give me
locked?
Locked.
It is.
Yes.
It is locked.
Yes.
Give me a security roll with a +10.
Yes. Finally get to.
Finally get to use this. Yeah.
Those electronic
Perfect, guys, come on.
locks. Yeah. I open it.
Yeah, you open the chest. Inside, there's a few bits and pieces. The first that you find is a set of what are like travel and identification papers. The travel papers are blank, the destination has not been filled in. Although the travel and identification papers are in the name Titus al-Ubriat. And there are picts associated with Mr. Titus al-Ubriat. They look a lot like Father Shoal. And you realise as well that Titus al-Ubriat is the name he gave you earlier, not Ron.
Not Ron, no.
There are also what look like, you'd be familiar with these, there's 2 credit blocks. It's thrones, but it's like a credit chip that you plug in and pay for things with.
I'll take those.
Okay? You also find.
Let's talk about later.
You also
Fincher,
find.
we share loot equally in this group. We don't just hoard it up all to ourselves, do we? Hey, like a greedy little boy.
These sleight of hand to disguise one in up my sleeve.
You want to try and hide one of the credit
obviously.
blocks, yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a sleight hand.
Can I scrutinize Pincher, please?
Sorry? Yeah, you can, yeah. Yeah.
Blood brother.
Anyone else that wants to get involved can as well. Oh my!
Yeah, I'll scrutinise. I'll try.
I know what you're like, Pincher.
So Pincher picks up these 2 credit blocks.
I don't see a thing.
And you see him palm one into his pocket, but he keeps a hold of the other one. You also find Pincher 500 thrones in cash.
Okay, I'll obviously pocket that.
Yeah. Are you doing that surreptitiously, or are you just doing it blatantly?
Oh no, I'm just pocketing everything.
Okay.
There's
also a rather good quality las pistol and 2 charge packs.
I'll take that.
Oh,
I can't actually. Cause
no, don't, please. Get off my box. I treasure it.
Yeah, so it's Dick that's looting all these. If you want to put a claim on something, then the only thing
I can't see in the box.
You should have got a pen and written your name on it.
I'm going to go up to Pincher.
I know.
I'm going to go up to Pincher. I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder and say, "My dear boy, Pincher, we mustn't take everything for ourselves. We're part of a team. Why don't you give everyone a fair share of what you're taking? Like a good party member."
Of course
we're not
I
on
will.
Iacanthus anymore, my man. We're part of a team.
Of course I
Share
will.
out of the loot. Need before greed.
I'm currently not holding any sort of pistol, so I think I don't have the last pistol on me.
The throne, Pincher. The throne. You don't just take it all for yourself, man. Come on. We're not on Iacanthus anymore. We're in civilized time here. We're all part of a team. We're all allies.
Yeah, we are. How many of us are there?
Search your
1, 2,
feelings,
3.
Pincher. You know it to be
Just
true.
3, yeah? How many people in the room?
There's
6.
6 of us in the party.
All right. I'll keep 100 and pass 400 to you. Go divvy it up.
Okay. That's probably the best that we're going to get out of Pincher. So.
Yeah.
So what are you handing out for sharing, Pincher?
400.
I'll share it all out later, equally once I've done the math. I don't know how many creds are on these cred chips either. We've got CAD currency and Scintilla.
Okay, we'll divvy that up later, okay, if you like.
Oh, I will share it. Don't worry, man. I'm just safekeeping.
I know you will, Pincher. You're my blood brother, remember? I know what you're like.
Yes, you're blood brother. I'll sort you out, man.
You can't help yourself. That's why I like you. You're a good, honest thief.
Right.
Right, so we got
everything. I've pitched everything I can out of the chest.
Yeah, you got everything you can out of the chest.
Okay. Let's head off to the other rooms then of this Thierry and Colv, whatever his name is.
All right. So you head upstairs.
What was his name? Axius, isn't it?
Titus something.
What was whose name? Oh, Titus Al-Ubriat.
Titus Al-Ubriat. It's a perfectly good name.
It is.
Short for Ron.
Right. Okay, so you head upstairs and you easily find Thierry and Calder's rooms thanks to Vlad's vision. They're very plain, very unadorned rooms. But anyone that wants to search them, give you a search roll.
I will try. Which isn't great. Can I take my time searching it over 2 turns?
It's just a general. You're not in turn order now. I'm just doing a general search thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need a searcher, don't we?
I will put points into it next time
Brownies.
once on my upgrade.
Brownies.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah, it's perception based, I think. So you need people with high perception, I think. All right. You find a total of 66 thrones between the two rooms.
So just put that in the pot then for divvying up when we get to the end, all right?
Okay. You also find one clip with 9 bullets in it of manslaughter rounds.
So slim pickings in their rooms.
Huh?
Shit.
What would you like to do, guys?
Yes. Is there any notable paperwork hanging around or data slates?
Not in their room, no. They're very sparse. It doesn't look like there's been much life here. The bed has obviously been slept in, and there's a change of clothes in the cupboard, but you don't find anything particularly of interest.
Maybe we need to find out where they were reporting back to. And
They had offices, didn't they?
Yes.
I mean, that's why I got captured, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe they're...
The office that Vlad got captured in was the one that Sawcat is currently guarding the two women in.
Right, so we need to go across the corridor, maybe search the other one, see if there's not much in
We'll
here.
have a look round.
My bad.
did anybody pass that?
Yeah, calm down.
No, let me re-roll my search, Dave.
So
So I passed my search.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay. It's a bit meta. Oh, yeah.
What about this room here? Maybe worth a look.
okay, you can try the door if you want.
Yeah.
The door opens, and it's an office that's almost a mirror of the one that you were abducted from.
Okay. I'll have a look under the table.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Didn't you? Just stand there, would you?
No way, man.
I can't get one over you, can I?
You do see under the desk there is a foot switch with some pods and linkages attached.
Okay, I'll have a search in these offices then, I guess.
Okay.
It's a chest.
No, it's a rug.
There might be some loot under the rug.
It might be.
Okay, Vlad, you runs around, you find some paperwork and also a date slate, and these seem to basically be schedules. And there's a list of names and times, and you see your own name is upon it, and you see Lady Redstream's name is upon it, and you see Maylin Trun's name upon it, and next to each name on the list, there's maybe 30 names. Sorry, there's a T or a C. And next to yours is a T, but next to Lady Redstream and Maylin Trun there is a C.
Okay.
Oh.
I searched the room opposite.
Mm-hmm.
One with the door and
Go for it.
boom.
You do find some paperwork and a data slate. I'd like to make a half intelligence test, please. Fucking picture. Oh no, that's not quite a pass, is it? No. You don't understand the words that are on these things, but you know what they are. You know they're piles of parchment and a data slate, but you don't quite understand the words that are upon them.
I'll take them.
Okay.
I'll take them to Vlad.
All right.
Vlad, can you read these with me?
Sure. Now's the perfect time for a little lesson.
Okay. Ishmael, is there anything you're doing right now?
Not much I can do without. Did someone say they was bringing down some data slates for me?
Yeah, you don't know
Yeah.
that though.
Oh,
Don't know what's going on then. Yeah, nothing then.
Okay. Mira, what are you doing?
taking him data slate.
Okay, so you keep heading down.
Yeah.
You approach Ishmael. You've got these data slates.
Yeah. I'll say we found these on.
Sick.
Found this along with some others on the desk. Will you be able to unlock it? It's got a
Have a go.
thingamabob. Cheers.
All right.
Or attempt to at least.
Ishmael, give me. I made that really awkward, didn't I? I was like, Ishmael, you can't do anything, but now here's Mira. Now you can do things. It's really awkward. Sorry. Yeah. So Ishmael, give me a tech use test.
Nice.
Plus 10.
Just a data slate in it, so it's just a.
Yeah.
You're checking it out. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, so it's a load of encrypted files, but it's very weakly encrypted. You get into it extremely easily. And in this file, there are a list of names again. And it's the same list of names that you found on one of the data slates of Fallen Order, the Bounty Hunter. And you saw these long alphanumeric codes next to the names of each of the people on his list. This is the same list. It has the same codes. These are the people that are prominent members of the ecclesiarchy and the stratum. And in addition to this information you've seen before, there is another column with a series of numbers in, and the numbers are between 3 and 5 digits long.
Ooh.
I'd like you to make a logic test, please, Sean.
Logic. Great logic.
Great logic.
Come
Oof.
on. Ooh.
Oh, that is actually a pass. In some sense of it. You think these alphanumeric codes might be bank accounts of some description or financial accounts of some description?
Okay. Will I know if these are identical names to the other one? Will my
Yeah, the names are identical. You've remembered all the information from the previous data slate, where you've got all the names of people that might be involved in magistratum, ecclesiarchy, and the administratum. And this list of names.
yeah, I'm going to vox over basically what I found. So yeah, these get on these data slates are the same names, and I think the financial details in the other column as well.
No.
Alan's denying you. Alan's insisting no.
Sorry. We've got an extra dog here at the minute. And she's just about to try and steal a Lambo off my desk. Sorry.
Free dog. Who doesn't want free dog?
Let's say they're not identical. It's made me think.
Okay, so Ishmael's found out this information. He's passed it on over the Tombi.
Sorry. I was distracted there for a little bit. What was the information? Sorry.
Ishmael's basically figured out that the list of names with the weird alphanumeric symbols are the same list of names on the data slate he's just found, but there's also another column of data that is 3, 4, or 5 digits long. And he thinks that the alphanumeric codes might be financial account numbers.
Were they robbing the money off?
It's payoffs to turn the blind eye, maybe. Not to denounce the Joyous Squire.
Oh yeah, wisdom. Yeah.
Oh, we now know who's linked to them financially, don't we? So
We do. We've got a list of heretics.
we can.
But we
get them.
still haven't achieved our primary objective. We haven't found the source of the black metal.
Cards, we maybe as I said earlier, reactivate the pilot and use Theodosia's voice out of that Vox we've got of his
Oh yeah, do you think it's
its last location?
Get it to return. Yeah, get it to return to Sunder, as it were.
Have a look
Yeah,
at that
so
option.
I think, like Dave says, that if I want any more information from Theodosia or the actual ship,
we do have like heretical kind of crystalline technology in this place though, which is enough to kind of justify our search and destroy, sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you do think that the evidence you gathered is enough to justify an inquisitorial response. What the level of that response is, you maybe aren't too sure of, because you're not that high up in the Inquisition.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, we've now got our own ship.
Has it been checked for explosive devices? Just a thought.
Maybe.
Yeah, so the thing is, do we like go for a response, or do we keep searching quietly?
I think I'd like to find
As
a bit
soon
more.
as we call in a response, it's going to tip everyone off, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's going to get hectic. I think there's more to find, or I feel like there's more to find.
Yeah, there is. We need to have more, more
more concrete.
proof. Yeah.
So we need to track Theodosia back to his lair, then, I guess.
Well, it could be. I mean, there could still be stuff here like to do with the Dark Crystal. We don't know if it's coming from Theodosia. It seems quite likely, but we don't know that as yet. I don't think.
We need to figure out their connection to the Magistratum.
Well, didn't Shell say that they were the query were paying them off? Is that right, Dave? Yeah, I thought.
Turn a blind eye.
Basically corrupt. They're basically corrupt. They're in the pocket, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
so. Yeah, we've got stuff to prove that. Then is that what's on the thing that we gave Ed?
So you've got two files, basically. One from the bounty hunter that was involved in this at the beginning that is now dead. One of which had a list of names and alphanumeric numbers that you didn't know what they were. And what you've got now is a second list, which has those names, has the same alphanumeric numbers, and also has a number next to it, which is between 3 and 5 digits.
Especially financial records of payoffs and things like that.
Maybe.
Or bank accounts that have been emptied.
We've got the accounts and
certain people do it. So once we're done here, we can check the list and see who's high up in whatever, and we can potentially go and ask them questions.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
You already know that a lot of these names in this ledger are members of the high-ranking Magistratum, Ecclesiarchy, and Administratum.
Yeah.
I assume if we start at the top, show them that Lord, or the guy who we're with, I'm sure he'll know who's the highest ranking one, or we can find out.
Yeah.
Like create a list of the most, like the highest ones up, and visit them as the Inquisition, or we can try and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll discuss what the next option is.
Sounds good.
So you guys, what you do next? It's all in your hands.
yeah, I think we're not. I think we're not sure at the minute, which is why we're talking it through. So
We maybe maybe need
I
to
still feel that go on.
secure the evidence and then go try and see if we can. If there's anything in getting this shuttle to return to its source, because surely, like if he's using some sort of remote device, I wouldn't imagine that has a colossal like interstellar range, or potentially even from space. I don't know how good technology is with the 41st millennium, but I imagine if the shuttle's got a pre-programmed course set into it, it might be encrypted to a level where it can't be hacked. But at the same time, if we could voice activate it to return to where it's supposed to go, then we could like ambush. I just got this picture in my head of like, we go back to the source of where the shuttle's come from, and then Theodosia is there waiting for us in the flesh or metal. You know what I mean? And as the door comes down, we just
together and just head to the
we just
the
open the door
walking.
and own the fucker. You know what I mean? And just get him killed, get him taken into custody. If we can. I don't know. That's just how I picture it. Like in my mind's eye, it's not going to be that simple, obviously, but it's.
If that body's just
Yeah.
a puppet, you're not going to get a voice out of it, are you? Unless you can synthesize it from what the servitor heard.
Does Ishmael, did it speak at all during the close combat encounter?
No, Ishmael, make a intelligence check, please, and also a perception check.
Here is my intelligence. Perception. Awareness or perception?
Perception, please.
You safe, Mr. Darcy.
It's not a bad idea. Some of the stuff Dericles is suggesting makes sense, but you're not certain you can do much with the shuttle or the pilot here.
I have a plan. I reckon
Go on, Pincher.
Let's hear it. You lots to carry on with your investigation, and me and Ishmael go and pimp our wheels.
Pimp what?
Yeah, we got
Pimp
lots of
what?
drones. Yeah, we'll go pimp the ship. Things attached to it.
You want to pimp the ship?
Yes.
How does that work?
I can have a
well,
look at the ship, but
You're going to sell it out to who?
I will reckon it wants a roof rack straight away.
That sounds like a marvelous idea, Pincher. I feel that I don't know if there's more to discover about this choir. I mean, I'm all for getting Theodosia, and we suspect that he's in this walking city, but we'll probably not have another chance to investigate this choir. We're here right in the heart of them. I still feel that we're missing something here. We haven't learned where the crystal is coming from, where these harmony meters are coming from. We've got a good idea what's happened to Sire, but we don't know for sure. We're pretty sure she's been turned into jelly, but we haven't got anything really concrete on anything of this. I still think there's more to discover here, so maybe we should have a further look around while we're here before we move on.
Yes,
Okay.
brother. I believe you have a point there.
Maybe we should, just have a quick search around. Do you say you've got these two? Well, do we go back and head back to Ishmael so we're all together? Talk through. What about these two lists of names? Is there anything that can be gained from like checking one list against the other?
I think
Have you already done that?
I think they're identical, apart from the numeric codes on the side, which I think are something to do with financial, like bank accounts or something similar. I think any further, if I was going to search any further into Theodosia or the ship, I'm going to have some more equipment. I can have another like look back into the ship, see if I've missed anything the first time.
I think, like you say, you need to get back and back to your workshop or what have you. But while we're here, while we're here, I want to make sure that we haven't left any stones unturned. And I still don't feel like we've achieved our primary objective. I wouldn't want to go back to Varric and report as things stand. It would be an uncomfortable debrief.
Have we searched through all the files which you found? Is there anything in there that will lead us anywhere else?
I think we've done a thorough search of his bedroom or what have you.
Yeah, you think you've found everything you're going to find in there?
Have we read all the files? Do we know what they all attain to?
I think so.
Yeah, you pretty much have.
Okay. Is there anywhere else in there that we need to search?
Do you not? Are we on the second floor here?
This is the first floor. Yeah, that's fine. You did actually say you were going up to search Thierry and Holder's room, but yeah, you can be on whatever floor you want.
There was that place where you like that with all the monitors and stuff where we had that. Everyone got a message. Like the I can't remember what they called it now, where we all sat down and.
Yeah, you and Dericles had some weird out-of-body experience type thing, didn't you?
Yeah, is it worth looking in there, see if you can find anything, taking one of those monitors because they make or some of that equipment because it should have some of the crystalline technology in.
Yeah, and I say, well, there's also some of the metal in like the pit traps, weren't they?
Is it worth?
Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah. I mean that's all well and good. I mean that's it's worth taking.
The whole place really needs to be investigated.
Yeah. So say
also before they get a chance to cover it up, but will doing so tip everybody involved off?
Yeah. Well, it will do, won't it?
I think they probably know that by now we discovered, especially like Theodosia definitely knows that his bot's not come back, his ship's not come back, or it's not going to go.
Yeah, Theodosia's been fucked up twice, so they know we're on to him.
So, and we was there, so they must know who we are. So is it?
So what if we call in the Inquisition and we go straight to the Walking City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And we call the Inquisition in right now.
Call some backup because, strike while iron's hot, basically.
We think we've got evidence of the Magistratum. We don't know what the drug is. That drug could be there.
Could we go home?
Yeah.
And get equipped first, then go to the walking
city? Yeah, I agree.
For all we know, first of all, we shouldn't go straight there because we're not equipped. I mean, there could be the drug lab here for all we know. I mean, have we searched the place for? The Theodosia lab could be here, right here under our noses, for all we know.
Okay. If we get into the basement, if we search the basement effectively.
So I think, still think we haven't.
Basement, Dave?
Sorry?
Have we searched the basement thoroughly?
You searched quite a bit of the basement, yeah.
Let's go and search the rest of the basement and see if we can find anything there.
I could maybe try a spirit projection, just go systematically through the place to see if there's anywhere that we've missed.
Okay.
Maybe that worth trying.
Yeah. Shall we head back to the lander then for you to do that?
Yeah. There's that, and there's also if Ishmael is there any way Ishmael could interface with the hive, like this area of the hive itself, and like see if he could draw up a schematic or something of the whole place, because then there might be some things that are sort of I don't know, that we can analyze that and see if there's any things that maybe don't make sense, like maybe where there might be a hidden space for a potential drug lab to be. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be here. I think it's
I mean, I think you're probably right, but we haven't got any kind of evidence either way, do we?
Yeah. So should we get Alfway and the two ladies out as well then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Should definitely
take them all to we're getting ready to leave then.
But I'd like to just say do a spirit walk and just go, if you like, room by room and see if there's anything that we've missed, I suppose.
Just a
Okay.
thought though, if we try and leave, if we just disappear and don't exit, then it's going to be noticed that we've not left, as it were. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that might arouse some suspicion as well from.
Nice ideas tonight, mate.
Thanks, man. Just a thought. It's like, yeah, because it's like we've entered. So if we leave in a legit fashion, so as to not rouse suspicion, and
The Inquisition's coming down on this joint in a moment.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just a thought.
I say, it's still, you know.
Yeah, we've like killed a shit ton of people.
Yeah, I suppose that's going to arouse enough suspicion when the bodies are found. Yeah, fuck it.
Have we been down these corridors down the side?
So I'm not quite sure where we've been and where we haven't.
You explored a little bit. Sorry, hang on. I just realised you're on a different map. So this floor appears to have some. Yeah, a bit low. This floor seems to have a lot of very small cells. Is the best way to describe them. They don't have like barred doors or anything. It just looks like the sort of thing you might expect a priest or something like that. You know, low tier priest to sleep.
Try open the door.
Yeah, you can open the door. None of these doors are locked. You can explore this area. They're all very much
Can't get in.
identical rooms. Well, there's just sleep there. They're very much identical
Honestly.
rooms. They're just a single bed, small table, small shrine to the emperor, small closet for personal effects.
Can I have a look in the closet, please?
Yeah, make a search test.
Tom Cruise in the closet.
Yeah, if I pass this, food's definitely come out.
There's some items of clothing. Look like they're the sort of thing that you've seen the brothers here in the Joyous Choir wearing.
Yeah.
Might be worth taking some just as potentially as a disguise if we return on the ship or something like that. You know, might throw them off a bit.
Fine, Derek. You can dress up if you want.
Thank you, Vlad. I appreciate that.
Well, thanks, Dave.
I've always wanted to dress up as a priest.
I'm gonna leave the clothes where they are. Innately
a real priest.
You're gonna what, Hayden? You're gonna leave the robes where they are.
Yeah, they're innately evil.
Okay. So what are you all doing, guys?
I mean, we're going to go back. I'd like to go back to the lander and do a spirit walk from there and just start, I suppose, going through the temple systematically and seeing if there's anything that we've missed and starting at the basement.
Right.
Anything
Cool.
that catches my, just trying to do a thorough look into each of the rooms and see if there's anything that jumps out at me that before we leave here, I just want to make sure we haven't left anything.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just Ramsey's fucking a million miles away. I'm just gonna here. So I'm just moving tokens around the map, and you were like fucking quarter of a mile away from everyone else. So you're heading back to the basement, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, here you are back in the basement. I would like one of you decide amongst yourselves to roll a D100, please.
Well, Ramsey's turn. I was Hayden rolled already.
Oh no, not this time.
And I would like another one of you to roll a D100, please.
Ed.
Yeah.
Okay. You head back down the stairs, back in the basement. As you pass the ground floor, you hear the sound of merriment. You can hear some slurred voices. Sounds like some of these nobles are stacked and really enjoying themselves. You head back into the basement, and you meet up in your original position where you began tonight with Ishmael, Lady Cleves, and Father fucking Shots. Two of all of you! Oh my god! There we go.
We're taking Althwaite and the other two ladies out because we're gonna.
Oh, yeah. Sawcat picks up Lady Redstream, who still seems a bit out of it, but Mailing Trun is very easily guided. She's still gibbering out of her mind. She seems absolutely terrified about what's going on.
Oh dear.
Okay, I'll go. I'll just go take her arm and just try and guide her, and hopefully that'll be a bit more comforting.
Give me a fellowship test.
Okay. My rolls tonight. I think she's going to shrink back in horror. Fellowship, like they always do. Yeah.
Recoils from you in horror. She looks absolutely fucking petrified. Not just you, everyone and everything that's happening.
Okay, can I right to go? Oh, it's all right, and give her a pat and a hug.
Give me a charm test, please, Mr. Pincher.
You shark.
I'm going to use my fate point.
All right. Frivolous use. That's what I like to see. Hayden is the horny bard of our game. Yeah, she recoils from you as well. She's fucking terrified of all of you. She's literally just walking around, complying, trying to stay hidden and quiet, like not trying to draw attention to herself, but she is complying with the demands of Lord Althwaite, who's basically pushing her along this path.
Yeah.
So I'll take him to the flyer where I say I'd like to do a projection. What's up with that?
Well, while he's doing that, can I do a quick check of the ship to make sure there's no tracking devices or anything else that to be aware of?
Sure. Give me a tech use test.
Same for Theodosia's skin suit as well, please.
What about explosives?
Yeah.
Sorry. One at a time. What did you say, Ramsey? Sorry.
Can you also check Theodosia's skin suit for trackers as well?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing both of them. You'll probably get a +10 from assistance from. There's 2 or 3 people here that can help with tech.
Yeah. So with the ship, I can actually like graft myself into the ship, can't I?
You can. What are you interrogating the ship for again? Sorry.
Just to see if there's any tracking devices or anything like other miscellaneous like explosives or.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a tech use test. You'll get a +10 for the assistant. You'll get another +10 as well for your hand.
So ship one.
Yeah, there is a tracking device. Definitely a tracking device.
Can I disable it?
You can have another go. It's another tech use test. +10 this time. No assistance from anyone or anything.
Yeah, so that's +10 just from my graft, is it?
Wouldn't that be? Sorry, I don't know this happening, but just, wouldn't that be a little bit odd if the ship's being tracked? Wouldn't it arouse suspicion at the other end if it was no longer?
They already know, Johnny.
They probably do, yeah. They probably do.
Of course, we don't want to. They probably know where we're at anyway, because they've probably got more intelligence on it than we have. But just in case. So,
fair play.
Dave, yeah.
Yeah, forget about it. They ain't tracking you, buddy. You disable the tracking device very easily. It's quite a primitive bit of kit. It's actually a lot more primitive than some of the other bits of kit that you've come across in the last few weeks.
Is it like Russians gaffer taping GPS on there?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's just got a Nokia 3310 sellotape to the side of the shuttle. And you find it easily and you disable its tracking device. You're pretty convinced that this shuttle is now not being tracked.
And I don't find anything else wrong with it.
No, it seems like that was it.
Can I have a search of Theodosia's there and see if any tricky devices on the unit.
Jenny, what? Sorry.
Check the bot, the Theodosia's skeleton.
Oh, right. So you want to try and use Theodosia's skeleton to command the.
No, I want to check. There's nothing on him. Like
Oh, you've only. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Totally misunderstood. Give me a search check, please.
search.
For what?
Um,
Search for me.
If you want to help, if anyone's got search, they want to help Ishmael,
Yes.
they're welcome to.
I ain't got search, so if anyone's got
It's
search,
perception. It's half your perception if you don't have it.
What are we searching, Dave?
Theodosia's body.
Try.
Try and search as well. I don't know.
Ha!
You all give him a good pat down. Hayden, Dick Pincher right now is utterly convinced in every way, he feels it in the core of his being, that there is no tracking device within the Theodosia puppet.
Just not one here. Stop searching aimlessly. I tried. It's everywhere, man.
And the rest of you get the impression that Pincher is fucking right. You know, he's not right often, but when he is, he's fucking right.
okay.
All right.
I believe in Pincher.
You do. You all believe in Pincher right now.
Yeah,
I believe you.
Tracks then, so does Vlad want to spirit?
Yes, I just want to have a. I mean, I just want to have a search. I just can't help but feel we've missed something here. I want to just go out in a projection and start at the basement and see if there's any rooms that we've missed that are of interest. I don't know if you want to check the cells as well, the other cells, like with Shoals and Crypto, just so you can get into the cells.
Yeah,
I don't know if we haven't done that either, have we?
Yeah.
There might be some other prisoners, for all we know. Because there was 4 cells, wasn't there?
There was 4 cells that you found. I think you got into 3 of them.
Oh, did we? Okay, well, fair enough. So we just want to have a search. If I can do a projection, please, and have a look round.
Yeah, sure. Give me a power.
I don't know. Is that enough? Okay, so projection is 21.
Just goes up then. So you spend the next 5 or 10 minutes quickly sweeping the building. You don't find anyone hidden. You don't find anything that looks untoward. You do find in the room next to where you are now, there's what looks like an ammunition cache. And there's a lot of rounds for stub, auto, and las weapons. But nothing else. There's no actual weapons. There's just a lot of ammunition for it. You also find, slightly east of your position, currently on the map here, another 4 spaces that you're not comfortable trying to get into. Perhaps it's another 4 cells.
Okay, well, let's. I think we should definitely try and get into those. See if there's any more prisoners. We don't want to leave anyone behind.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
Yeah.
Is that the same
Hopefully
place?
locally.
Theodosia, he said he was going to come. I think he told Shoal, didn't he, once a certain number of people.
Mm-hmm.
Of which
Well,
I
what
would
he
have
said he wanted 2 more,
been.
with the words you heard. Yeah.
That you.
So yeah. Anyway, so can we get into these other cells? Perhaps using Shoal's key.
Yeah, they all open with Shoal's key. But there's no one in any of them.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
So projection hasn't shown up any other locations then that we've
No,
missed.
nothing of interest.
Okay.
Obviously, someone else at the party was going to be the second person. So
Yeah.
we're just not
Probably
really-
Lady Redstream, I would think.
Is it worth asking Shoal who it would be? He's there, isn't he?
I mean,
might be worth asking him. What happens to these the true ones when they're taken away?
Yeah, I'm not sure he knows.
How are they taken away? Maybe.
He said that he didn't know, didn't he? He said he didn't know anything.
He did tell you he didn't know Theodosia or his companions took him away. He didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But he probably would have known who else. Obviously, there's actual blood, and obviously,
Has he witnessed them being taken away by Theodosia?
He's got a key to open all the cells.
Yeah. So he must have witnessed. What's happened when these people are being processed. I'm going to ask him. I'm sent to ask him, like,
Yeah, where are they taken for processing?
yeah, what happens when the true one's taken for processing? I'm just going to think something.
I've already told you, I don't know. Theodosia comes and he leads them away, and I don't know anything more. Please have mercy.
And how do they look when they're taken away? Are they taken as they are, or are they taken in a particular way?
They're usually led away on a gurney, strapped down.
Just wearing what they normally wear, or are they wearing anything different?
Well, they're usually wearing, clean robes, as if, like hospital robes. And they sometimes look like they're having devices implanted into their head. There's bloody wounds on the sides of their head. Items there. I don't know what they do.
I see.
Oh my.
That's horrific.
The servants had one of them as well, didn't they? I just talking. Okay.
Those
Guys,
them devices must be here somewhere, unless they're on the ship. Or
It might be.
Yeah.
Well, I've looked around. I've looked around as a projection. I can't find anything else. I can't find anything more. So I'm of a mind to leave here and get our gear, and then go and try and raid Theodosia himself and catch Theodosia. I mean, he's at the heart of all this.
Yeah.
And perhaps he knows where the metal's coming from. Perhaps he knows where the jelly's made. But we can't leave him. We can't let him wander around this planet unopposed.
No.
So I suggest we get out of here on the flyer, get our gear back, and then go and take the fucker out.
Sounds like it.
I'm going to take Shoal, put my arm around his shoulder, and walk out towards the landing pad.
Okay.
Remember, Derek, he's guilty by association.
It's in my mind, and I'm sort of like,
Guilty.
you have been most helpful. Perhaps the Emperor will forgive you now. Perhaps
we need to be interrogated properly.
I really want to throw him off this fucking landing pad. Just
I mean, Derek's killed all the other witnesses. He's killed all the other witnesses. Why not this one as well?
No, Derek hasn't. Johnny has in every game.
Please stop me. I'm
gonna go. No, yeah, I'm gonna have to go up to you because I know what he's gonna do. No, Derek, no. Let's just once play it by the book, Derek. Just once. We'll take him with us.
Soon, sir.
We'll hand him over to the Inquisition. It's a worse fate. It's too quick to throw him off the building.
I suppose you're right. Perhaps a good interrogation is what we all need.
I'll walk up behind
Definitely.
have a shawl. Or I go, come on, Titus. To this ship with you.
He flinches when you call him Titus.
Yeah, I called him Ron earlier and he didn't react.
Yeah.
That wasn't his real fate.
It might be worth doing a background check on this guy, see if we can find anything out.
So, have we got any evidence of the actual black metal? Like, have we taken any of that stuff? Or are we just going to call the Inquisition in?
There's crystalline technology, isn't there?
We haven't
So
actually got
whether
any
it's
of that.
black metal or not, I presume it's the
Cells.
same tech.
Do we have? Is there
We've
one
got
on the?
crystalline tech inside the black thing, haven't we?
Yeah, is there one on the servitor? Like, maybe that could be examined when we get back. Because if you could park the shuttle, Ramsey, like, have you checked out the servitor? See if it's got any sort of like crystalline technology on it, maybe that could be potentially controlling it.
I tried searching the shuttle, but
Isn't there crystalline technology in the holding cells?
yeah, exactly.
There's some black metal around the holding cell pits, at least, which
Yeah.
I think.
Is there any way of
we're gonna...
Is there any way of extracting that?
So there's at least a connection between the tech and the holding cells and the truth hospice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so perhaps we should call in the response. You know what I mean? Because otherwise,
We should.
they'll get rid of all the evidence while
And we know perfectly well, like they're using these to turn people into jelly. You know, look at the lists and we've got lists to cross-reference. And
I think it would be the perfect time to call him back up, and then to contain this entire event, and under inquisitorial authority, without destroying any evidence, and then like keep this area contained, and then we can go off and pursue Theodosia.
Okay.
So we need more boots on the ground on this one. Like, so I think it's time to call him.
What's that, James?
Magistratum as well. So there's every chance that they'll. I said there's possibility of a war. It's going to need like a lot of people. Plus, there's the magistratum outside, isn't there?
I think if the Inquisitor sort of comes down himself, like with a shitload of backup, I think there's not really going to be. They're not going to fire up on the Inquisition, are they? On
that note, you do know that Inquisitor Varak has supposedly been bound to Scintilla, being told to stay here. But Vlad, you have a little bit more information about that. You know he has left Scintilla.
Okay, so we can't call upon him directly. So the Magistratum, we know they're in the pay of these guys, but that those bribes might not go very far. We still have the Inquisitorial Rosette, kind of, don't we? We could maybe try and just kind of take over control of these guys. You know what I mean? It's like say it's going to come to a war. We may be able just to get them to stand down. Didn't you say you've got like a hit squad or something that you can call on?
Yeah, potentially, but it's like they're a squad of special forces.
They're spec ops.
And what about Lady Cleves? She inquisitorial as well, Lady Cleves.
Yeah, Lady Cleves revealed to Ramsey that she had an inquisitorial marker in her. She's got like sort of a few augmetics, and she revealed within one of her augmetics the inquisitorial seal. She hasn't told you who she's loyal to. In fact, she flat out denied to answer that. But she is Inquisition.
Okay, so let's talk to her. Let's talk to Lady Cleves, I think.
I'm gonna have to call it a night in a second. 'Cause I'm up early, so but like that's what I think could be a good idea. If she's got any resources that she could like throw at this thing to keep it.
Potentially, isn't she?
And we have some as well, don't we? So it's like a few. Like yes, we've got that strike team, as it were, like hit squad. Which is more again like more bodies, like maybe lock down this entire the entire place until we can find out more.
That's not enough to do it though. Not one squad, not against the army.
Oh no, certainly not. But I mean, if Lady Cleves has got more resources, and if she's inquisitorial as well, she may be able to call upon more.
Ramsey, give me an intelligence test, please.
Are we rolling that?
All right, discuss whatever you want to discuss, guys.
Oh,
Oh, fuck off. Okay. What Lady Cleves told you was she is basically a sleeper agent. She came back from Tranche. She served House Cleves for a while. She saved the Lord's life. He married her off to his son. Sorry. That's how she got the title she has. She's also told you at some point she became connected to the Inquisition, and that her job is to keep an eye on the Cleves family and any known close associates. You get the impression she is a sleeper agent. You don't know what resources she would have.
Okay. So yeah, I think we'd like to talk to her.
Okay.
I'm going to head off, guys. It's an absolute pleasure as always. We don't do this often enough.
I'm happy to leave that there anyway. It's 11:15.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, it was nice to get you all back together again.
Yeah, always a pleasure, guys.
Next Sunday, if people are free, I think I'm free. I haven't looked. I don't know what James is. For example, James, what are you working next Sunday?
I think I'm probably back at work somewhere.
All right. Okay, I'll have a look. But I want to push this game as much as I can, so I'm going to keep prioritizing this game over other dark sessions on a Sunday. I'm not going to interfere with Hayden or Alan's games.
Yeah, I'm working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
Okay.
29, 30, 31st.
All right. So yeah, I'll sort some out. I'd like to push this game a bit because I think it's a lot of fun to have all of you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good game, guys. It was nice to finally get to play again.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah, it has been too long.
Did you dig into the secrets of joyous fire?
I feel like we're getting close.
We're
getting
close.
close.
In the shuttle, that was really cool.
So close.
Say again, Jeff.
Painfully
I
close.
really enjoyed ninjaing off in the shuttle and Pincher and in fact in Reg as well. Like it was perfect, Pincher and Ed.
Proper teamwork.
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
Well, I got to slap about Heresy as well, so I'm happy about that. And score some Theodosia. So that's my side mission completed.
You're on fire right now, Derek. You're in your element. Right. Good night, guys. Thank you very much for getting.
Yeah.
Good night. Take care, guys.
See you Thursday or Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Look forward to it. All right. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.